Hello, welcome back to the world of Edarastrix. Hello players, hello chat, how you doing?
Well, thank you, matey.
Good.
Hello.
Last time,
No, you cannot have my
you
prize.
guys were in a bit of trouble. Sent to the old plane of horrors. Did you enjoy that? Did you have fun there?
Spoopy round.
Was
I
it-
did. I
Harry
had a
did.
lot of fun.
I think Harry did too.
Was it a lovely old time in the plane of horrors? Yeah, a load of scary shit happened. You managed to kill some zombies, some skeletons, and you managed to kill the witch and escape. Thank you for the sub, Zoe. Appreciate that. And then you found yourselves back in in the secret back room of the Gimbit's house that you had broken into. The man who sort of cast the spell on you has just sort of fallen into a pile of ash on the floor. Yeah.
Probably heard about the catapult.
Yeah. He got scared.
Didn't want to be taken alive.
He's, oh no. Oh. I'd like to keep my testicles firmly on my body, thank you. But yeah, you all wake up. You're all sort of like groggy, waking up from being teleported back from the plane of horrors. What are you gonna do?
I think, is Harry still with us?
Harry, you look around, but Harry does not seem to be with you anymore.
It must have been a dream.
Yeah, he either he got teleported back to wherever he was before that, or it was all a dream. Who knows? Who could possibly tell?
Harry was never real to begin with. He was just implanted in my brain. That would be funny.
Imagination.
It's just an alter my memories. No,
But yeah, you have this room before you with an altar, with a skull with an orb. There's obviously some bones around and the body of that guy.
I would like to investigate the orb. That's what I would like to do.
Okay, give me. It is an orb of magic, so an Arcana check, please.
An Arcana check.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
God
That's
damn.
26.
26. Jesus Christ. Okay. Javiel approaches the orb and goes to investigate it. You, as you're investigating it, you feel compelled to reach out your hand and touch the orb. Bzz. And as soon as you touch it, you get sort of like a big holographic projection. And you see, you guys all can see this. It's basically a circular room with black stone pillars, black stone walls, black stone floors, some very dimly lit sort of iron torches on each of the pillars. The floor has sort of a purple and gold carpet going around the middle of this pedestal that basically there's another orb that you're seeing this through. And it's sitting on a pedestal, and there's a circle of carpet with some different hallways leading down off of it. And then it sort of disappears in purple smoke, and you're transported into now what looks like the same room, but made out of ice. Everything is made out of ice. There's some torches with some blue flames in them, and then you're whisked away again, and you're in a very similar room that seems to be overgrown with plants and trees and different fungi, all sort of hanging off the walls and the ceiling and coming out up through the floor. And then again, purple smoke, and you come to what looks like the same room, but in a cave. It's very sort of dark, rough walls, rough floor. Everything it's not quite as carved out as nicely. It's sort of all jaggedy and rough looking. And then purple smoke, and you're back to the first room, and you see a tall, dark figure staring back at you, and then its eyes flash red, and you are zapped out of the your hand is zapped off of the orb, and it goes dark.
Did everyone else just see that?
What was that?
I like the ice room. It's kind of cool.
Well, it looked like they'd been using the orbs for some sort of transportation. I think we just appear through a portal. There must be more of these rooms dotted around the kingdom.
How do we go through?
Yeah, looks like multiple places.
I mean, I don't know how we go through yet, but there is the risk that we don't end up in the same place if it's connected to multiple destinations. There's no way to be sure that we'd end up together, which these didn't look like the most inviting of places. Maybe that's not the best idea.
Maybe we have
we
to
know
pick
more?
one. Like maybe if we pick one of the ones we saw in our head, then we'll go to that one.
I mean, maybe.
I vote for the ice room.
There's no empirical evidence to show that would be the case.
Like a focused concentration.
Maybe.
And all hold hands, maybe? That would work.
I've got some rope.
Tie yourselves together.
I've always got some rope.
So much rope.
Rope?
Well, one of them looks
It's really hard to
tree.
stay in character as well when he brings up the rope.
We had a nice room, a stone room. What was that first one? Was that? Look, it was all black. I mean, I quite like the decor. With all the black and the purple and gold.
Yeah.
I do like the
I
purple.
think the ice room was the coolest.
Well, you would say that.
I mean,
Well,
it
we
literally is, though.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the forest place was pretty nice too.
Hmm.
Can anybody see any writings or anything else around the room that might be connected to the orb? Books or scrolls or anything?
No, but I have an idea.
You could take a look around.
With the orb.
What's your
Look.
idea?
Maybe there's something on the skeletons nearby. Like maybe there's something carved into the bone. I know it's a bit grim, but you know. Given
No,
that-
well, look, we can't stick around here all night. We're going to get caught. It looks like the master of the house is no longer a going concern, but we've still got people locked upstairs. We don't know who might come back.
Still have to divide the money as well. We found. I think.
Well, I'll take this one. So I'm gonna search the nearest skeleton. Want to do a bit of a scope around the room, see if there's anything else, any more supporting documentation for the orb, like a manual.
I'll do the same thing on the other side over here.
Okay.
That corner.
Anyone who wants to look around, give me an investigation check.
That's not my strong suit, is it?
Probably badly. I'll help.
Investigate.
That is rough. That's a 10.
Fine.
That's decent actually. A 15.
Not bad.
Yeah, for a -3 especially, that's an 18. That's a pretty
Yeah,
high
that's
as well.
I got a nat 20.
Nice.
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 Oh, I haven't loaded up my fucking character sheet yet.
Okay, yeah. So you're all sort of looking around the room. It is mostly just piles of bones, but in the sort of the empty robes and ash pile that was basically it was the witch in disguise who put that spell on you and sent you to the plane of horrors, and then when you blasted her with your eggs, her body in this realm turned to ash. And as you're rummaging through these robes, you find another. It's a lot smaller than the one you've got, but it's another piece of like black crystal.
So we've got 2 pieces now, a big piece and a small piece.
Who was even keeping the crystal? Was it me? Who kept the last piece?
I think
I did.
Zakonis had it. Yeah.
I put it in my bag.
Pearl finds that because she got the 20.
Oh, cool.
Oh, good find, pal. That looks like the same stuff that Zakonis has got.
And the one I tried to buy from the auction.
Yeah, I can keep hold of it if you want.
Keep them together.
Yeah, that's fine. Here, just put it in my bag.
Do they? Before you do though, can I just check? Do they look like they fit together? I'm not saying we should put them together if they do, but
Yeah, good
do they
point.
look like they belong together?
If you basically when you look at the 2 pieces, the one you had already is sort of like fist sized. The other one that you just found is sort of like the length and shape of like a little finger. They don't look like they connect to each other.
Right, there's not a conspicuously finger-sized slot.
Yeah, but they look like, you know, they're just shards of this crystal.
I saw that.
Did you find anything else?
Did I find anything else?
No.
What's this robe like?
Okay.
I'm always
No, I
partial to
didn't.
the robe.
The robe is it's sort of just it's a black robe with like a red and slightly gold trim on the hemming.
Regardless of whether you like it or not, Jay, I suggest you take it with you if you ever need to blend in with the cultists.
Yeah,
you
it could be
have
a
in
useful
disguise.
disguise. Agreed. Yeah, somebody just shake off that robe and like one of us can carry it.
I'll carry
don't
it.
mind
I'll carry it. So I have the robe to my inventory then.
Some cultist robes.
Yeah, cultist robes.
Mhm.
Yeah, good shout. I mean, can we? I don't know whether will this all come away from? Part of me wants to take it.
Smash.
I don't know whether that's a good idea. You might be carrying around the door that they can use
Smash.
at
Kind
any
of
time.
on this. I was on the same page though. Like, can we take it with us? Can we use this? Is this something that? Did we just use it all up? It went black. It's dark now.
I don't know, but I feel like if I could spend more time with it, maybe I can crack a few more of its secrets.
Hear me out though, Jay.
Grab the other end of this. See if
Jay,
we
Jay.
can lift it.
Jay, hear me out before you do.
Yeah.
Would you say this one is connected to a bunch of other rooms? It's
It certainly looks
presumably
that way.
presumably it works two ways. So if we have that on us at all times, and one of
They
the
could come for
cultists
us.
exactly, one of the cultists sees it like us, like sees our environment the way we saw theirs just now. They just know we're there, and they have like basically a crystal ball to look at us, and at any point, because they do know how they work clearly, they could decide to ambush us. So I suggest
It is a risk.
we smash it, which means they have no more teleportation access to the Gimlet's house, and if they have to repair it, it will at least set them back a fair bit, and they cannot ambush us.
I actually understand. I understand your concern with that, Frost. So another option. What if we keep it covered so they can't see anything? As far as us,
Get through, right? Still, most likely.
I've got a.
Not if we
Kill-
wrapped it tight enough, surely.
I've got my cloak of useful stuff. I've got a sack, and I've always got lots of rope. We can tie it up in a sack. I don't know whether that would mean they come through in the sack, or they couldn't get through, or maybe my sack could just catch fire. I don't know, but I'm trying to mitigate the risk.
I don't think there's
I mean,
any
it's worth a try.
surefire. I don't think there's any surefire way of negating the risk. There's chances, but then again, if they ambush us, we are completely screwed. Most likely.
Let's see if it'll budge first. Just go, grab the other side of this.
No, it's
Yeah,
Bit back,
okay.
Maybe we can get it free. I think we're going to try and maneuver this orb out from the altar.
Can we just
Gonna help.
chip off the horns and hold it in place to make it easier to lift?
Yeah, so it does look like that. It does. The horns are sort of holding it in place. You can. It would take a mammoth effort of strength to try and do this.
In one go? Or... we just keep chipping away at it?
You'd basically have to have some sort of god strength. This is it's a high DC. I'm telling you this now.
Can you
Gotcha.
tell me the DC? Because I
Dunno.
have my leaf of +2
Oh.
strength.
well,
The
What
one
happened
that
if we
gives
all
from-
got on it, including the Botto, and we all gave it a fucking almighty heft? Hang on a second. Archimedes, give me a lever big enough, and I'll move the world. I've got a 10-foot pole. We get a 10-foot pole. We put that underneath it. We use the edge of this font thing as a fulcrum. And if we all pull with all of our strength on the end of the 10-foot pole, it'll magnify our strength, and maybe that'll be the thing that does it.
Or it breaks your pole.
I don't have a lot of strength, but I can try. I can still try help.
It might break your pole. I have the thing. You know this leaf that was given to me by Dukeman? That gives me bonus strength.
That was from Cleaver, wasn't it?
I was one of the two during the competition where I beat him in arm wrestling. 1-1, baby. Lever told me it should last up to 10 minutes. I think if I split it apart, it will last way shorter, but it will give us all the same strength boost, presumably.
It does not work like that.
Shit.
I'm gonna. You know what? I'm prepared to risk a 10-foot pole for the possibility we might be able to get a useful lead and maybe a way in this cult.
Risk it for a biscuit.
Yeah, right. Let's do it. I'm feeling. You know what? I feel like if there's one thing we should take away from our latest adventure, guys, is when we work as a team, we can accomplish anything.
Why are you
Yeah.
looking at me? Why are you looking at me like
we
that?
are more successful as a team, yeah.
Mhm.
I feel offended.
Okay, I'm
I
doing
think
it.
to show the teamwork, we'll try this, and if it doesn't work, I think Frost is onto something. Destroying it is the better end result at the end.
If we can't have it, then neither can they.
Exactly.
Right? Agree?
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay,
Best of
let's
figures
do
win.
this. So I'm gonna peel off my sack patch.
Yeah.
Sounds like a hormone replacement therapy. Really tough one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw it on the floor and sorry, not my sack patch, my 10-foot pole patch. Sorry.
Yeah.
That would have been an embarrassing error. 10-foot pole appears in the middle of the. Okay, right. Okay, I'm gonna try and jimmy it. So it's pointing, kind of looking, going south across this room.
Yeah.
It's kind of tucked in under the orb, and it's like it's pivoting on the edge of the font that it's sat in.
Yeah, you manage to hook it under one of the horns, and you get a bit of leverage.
Okay, all right, everybody. So let's get to the furthest end of the pole you can reach. Right, everybody on the furthest out end.
Given that or maybe Loboto. Maybe me and Loboto will take the ends.
Give this in a whirl too.
And I tell you what, how about a quick tug of war shanty? What do you say, Pearl?
Sure.
Shall we do with the drunken cultists?
I can't think of any tug of war shanty puns right now, but can I just say that she sings one?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What shall we do with the drunken cultists? What shall we do?
Perfect.
She'll just,
Okay.
to try and, because she's not very strong, she's just going to try and use her entire body weight to help. So she's just going to kind of like straddle the pole and just like sit on it and just tap, like
Broomstick
drum on
style.
her thighs.
Few likely things happening, yeah.
Yeah, whoever
I'm
is
going to quietly say to myself, come on, don't show yourself up again on another.
The ends are going to take one of the ends, I think.
yeah, whoever's if everyone's trying to pull on this thing, everyone
Put it back, right?
give me a strength check.
Okay. I'm gonna do.
A 10. How the
That's
fuck
a-
did I get it? That's
a
not.
15, and I am going to use my guidance for an additional 2. 17.
Oh, do we all get your guidance?
No, it's just me on this instance.
No, but we do all have
We get-
inspiration from the shanty.
Yeah, so that's a
so I'm just gonna take-
1d6.
D6.
Correct. So I'm going to take the
I'm gonna
shanty.
fucking need.
I have 14. Frost slips and loses one of his foot. He's on half his knee. He still tries to.
Even with my inspiration, I got a 12.
That's not great, is
Okay,
it?
so
No, I've got a minus 2
14.
to strength.
Oh, hang on. I did 20 total, and there's also Loboto to think about as well. So I'm just pulling up his stats. He's on a plus.
Oh shoot! No, I gotta redo it.
What should we do with the drunk?
You can just see add your modifier, right?
This.
So
20,
19 for
20
Loboto,
plus
20 for me.
4.
Okay, so
Oh, I suppose does Loboto
10.
get inspiration, or is he not artistic?
Yeah,
I can only give out 4.
Why do you get a plus
Okay.
4? Oh, never mind. I see.
Because since I'm in bear form, I get plus 4 strength.
okay.
So
I'm
12 altogether for
stronger-
me.
I'm stronger than a bear, apparently.
Okay, so 12, 14,
Not good with levers.
39 plus what did you get, Zoe?
Mine was
No.
12.
12. Okay, so you somehow, with all 5 of you, managed to start cracking the horn out of its position. Everyone, give me a quick.
Uh-oh.
It explodes!
Give me a quick dexterity save.
Oh, okay, yeah.
My bear's next.
Oh no.
I
it
used
not?
all my inspiration.
That's an 18.
15.
It's just a d20. Thank goodness. Okay.
18, 15,
I'll have to go au naturel on this roll.
I'm not going
That's
in.
4.
4,
11.
Bears not
11.
known for being light on their feet, I guess.
Not a very.
Okay, yeah. As you start cracking the horn off of this little monument thing, you see also a small crack starts appearing in the orb as well. And as you all push down with the last of your strength, you hear really just a loud crack followed by a flash and a bang. And Pearl and Zakonis are blasted with psychic energy. Let me do a damage roll for you.
This is what happens when you focus more on drumming on your thighs.
What happens?
Dexterity
Don't
for the
instantly
beat.
smash the orb or something. One person.
You each take 4 damage points of psychic damage.
Zoe and
Zoe
Zoe.
and Zakonis, yeah. What did Loboto roll?
Oh, actually, sorry, I didn't roll.
Does he
for
take
that.
psychic damage? He has no
His
biological brain.
dexterity's a +1. So...
I don't think he's immune to psychic damage.
Yeah.
Well, that's a 2 + 1, so that's a 3. His only immunities are to poison.
Yeah, so he also takes 4 psychic damage.
Oh no, Loboto, no.
And as the flash subsides, you see the orb repair itself. The horn goes back into place, but it's still cracked now. The horn's not fully formed, but the orb has repaired itself and formed back into one solid orb.
Is everybody all right? I'm sorry, this isn't the first one of my experiments that's
I
ended that way.
told you we should just have one person smash it and then everyone else in back. And then, hey, now it's loose, I guess.
But did you not see what happened? It
Yeah, but if only
healed
one of
itself.
us, it did.
And we were
Pearl's just like
we put-
grasping onto the fucking
this
pole
was-
to be alive, just like,
just dangling.
ow.
Surely, if we just because now it's just a tiny, like it was now a tiny crack, but surely if we just turn it into powder, it would repair itself, right? And at least
It took every last ounce of strength we have just
well,
to
the
crack
horn
it.
is cracked. The horn is cracked.
I mean, do we dare risk trying to finish breaking the horn?
Yes.
I don't know how many more.
guys
If
can
we
stand
manage if we
back.
crack the orb again.
You guys can stand back. I'll crack the horn, or try to anyway. Surely now this crack it shouldn't be too hard.
I'm curious to see how Frost's lettuce strength holds up against the horn. So I actually am going to comply and back up against the far side of the room.
Just out of curiosity, could I get a guidance? That's a cantrip, right?
Yeah. Well, best of luck, buddy.
Thanks.
Pats on the shoulder.
And that's my I feel empowered. Alright, so strength again, face, and then one.
Yep, strength roll.
That's an 18, that's not bad. Plus 21, so pretty
All
good.
right.
That you you try to smash the rest of the horn off, but it doesn't seem to be doing any sort of damage.
How?
It's made of strong stuff.
Well, it was
Well,
worth
it
a
should
shot.
have worked. It gave it all my strength.
Very magical.
Couldn't find a great
Very, very magical.
Magic. There's all the magics. Well,
Smash the orb, I
I'm not
guess.
going to say I'm out of ideas, guys, but
Yeah.
I've had more. Any thoughts?
Cover it with a blanket.
No thoughts, head empty.
I mean, if it hurt that bad when it cracked, I'm a bit concerned about trying to destroy it, especially with any
You guys
in
can
this
leave
room.
you guys can leave the room, and I'll try to. But given that I can't even budge the horn, I doubt I can smash the crystal into powder, and just the crack and seeing what it does. It just repairs itself instantly. Like cracking it, I'm sure I could give it a crack if I gave it a swing with all my might, but that's about it. And then I just get blasted. That would never help. You'd assume it's drawing power.
What if we
somewhere.
wait? But the zombies, the undead dudes in the other place, they stay dead when we attack them with magic. What if we attack the orb with magic? Maybe it won't heal that crack. I could
can
try
try.
shattering it.
I can try smiting it.
Shoot it with my crossbow.
And I think that's the cheapest alternative, isn't it? And you can
Maybe
give
we'll
them
try
safe
shatter last because I can't do that with you guys in the room or me in
I
the
don't
room.
have to. I don't have too many
we'd all
spells.
get-
I think I've got
Well, I wouldn't
2
get hurt,
spells
but you
left.
guys would get hurt.
Think I've got a magical spell I can throw at it.
Okay, well, I tell you what. Let's just see if we can make a dent on it first of all. But I tell you what, why don't we? Why doesn't anybody who's not attacking the orb make their way down the ladder? So at least they're out of the way of the.
I'd say we all have to
energy
give it a
this thing gives
go.
off.
I'd say we all give it a go.
Sure.
Right.
See what if we have any success.
Okay, I'm standing on the hatch because I don't want to go down because it's annoying to navigate there, but just waiting outside of the room for you to do your thing.
I am going to loose off a shot with my crossbow then at the orb. It looks like we're not going to be able to move it, so I think we're going to try and destroy it, basically.
Okay. And your crossbow does magic damage, right?
It does. Oh, actually, let me just check. It does piercing damage, but it does count as a magical attack.
Okay.
Oh, hang on.
Magical piercing.
It's a magic weapon.
Yeah.
Small on it. How did I?
So yeah, I'm going to give it a blast with this thing. What?
That's not right.
Hang on. Oh no, sorry. You know what? I just.
It's your hand crossbow.
There's something not right there.
You need to use.
I rolled my light crossbow, not my special hand crossbow.
Yeah.
I'm not even carrying my light crossbow. What? How bad a marksman am I that I go to take a shot and I just lift up a weapon I don't even possess? Quang! Nothing happened, guys.
The secret.
Oh,
secret
sorry.
to
Hang on a
winning
second.
an
I've
arm
got to draw an
wrestling.
actual weapon.
Thanks, Grace. I don't know how I got stuck in there.
I'll quickly look around the room to see if anybody spotted that, and then I grab my
Guys,
crossbow.
I have a suggestion. If this fails, I can deal psychic damage, which, given that it is psychic, might
That's a
work.
bit more like it. That's a 17.
17.
Hey, god damn.
That does hit.
Hey.
Okay. So damage.
Yeah, do some damage.
So 6 plus 12.
12. You shoot a crossbow bolt. It smacks against the surface of this orb, this crystal orb, and the orb lets out another blinding flash. You see a bright green sort of crack appear in the surface of the orb as the flash comes out. And your arrow goes flying across the other side of the room, and as your arrow clatters to the ground, the crack in the orb seals itself up again.
Damn it.
Huh.
I can give this one more shot with my psychic damage and a smite, which might work, but I doubt we'll get anything from this. If anything, I can try and freeze it over while I'm at it, so the explosion stays within the frozen area.
As you guys are talking about this, you hear the sound of a droning alarm go off in the background, coming from outside the house somewhere.
Right.
God. Pretty sure.
I'm not the only one who's hearing that, right?
Nope.
No.
It feels like we should probably make ourselves scarce.
There should be another way
Yeah.
out of here, right? You'd
Think the decision's been made for us.
cover it in a blanket before we go, some shit.
A blanket over it.
I think if it's still going to be functional. I think they know about this room. I think we just get out of here before we're surrounded. There's only one way out of this room.
All right, then we go.
Let's go.
Yeah, I think we're gonna hoof it.
I request face to remove a wall because moving down there is really annoying.
I'm gonna. We've investigated the kitchen. We've investigated the cult room. We've looked around upstairs.
We need every room.
Yeah, I think we looked everywhere.
We've covered everywhere, haven't we?
Pretty much.
I know you checked the food. I just want to make sure we're not leaving a stone unturned before we leave this place. Okay, right. Well, let's let's get somewhere with a window so we can peek out and see what kind of trouble the alarm brought. What do you say?
There's no window here.
Sounds good.
Yeah, let's head back into the main house.
Yeah,
Find
okay.
a way out of here undetected.
You guys.
Apart from obviously all the witnesses that are locked up the upstairs.
Yo, did Zoe just teleport through a wall? What the hell?
There you go. You guys all make your way back through into the kitchen. If you want to go sort of upstairs, you can check the balcony. You can go outside the back of the house. There is a small window in the library room.
I think the first window we come across on our way out of the kitchen would be where I would beeline to. The first window I see, I want to get a look as to what's going on outside.
Jake, I have a plan if they catch us.
Well, let's cross that bridge when we get to it. We don't even know what we're dealing with yet.
Well, I need to say it before
They catch us.
I'm just saying, if you keep my weapons and I go in the cultist outfit, maybe I can convince them that I caught you in the act, and that I'll take care of you, sneak us out of there.
It's not a terrible idea, provided we're actually dealing with cultists. It could just be guards from the community. Let's see who's out there.
Okay.
But it's a good idea.
You guys, if you're going to the closest window, then that would be the one in the library. You look out the window and you see a line of probably about 20 guards running through the gated community up to the house.
Is there a back door that we know?
There is a back door, yeah.
Shall we just Hoodfoot out of here using the back door?
Yeah, let's try the back way.
Yeah, agreed.
All in unison. Look at that, guys. We're finally in unison. Just make sure to walk over the table and kick over the make sure you
in style.
Kick all the
Stuff on the table, kicking shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys all leg it out of the back room of this house and run off into the night.
How do I get out?
An overwhelming success, as per usual. Now we can divinely divide those coins as it goes back.
So
Don't mind me
basically,
just battling Tails by physics. It's fine.
basically, the alarm has been raised. There's now guards. You guys have managed to run away and escape this area. There is sort of at the back of this garden that you find yourselves in. There's like a wall. You guys managed to just run out of the garden, scramble over the wall. You're now in sort of like a little back alley in the sort of the nicer part of Genlyle. You assume that all the guards are now storming the house. The servants that you guys locked in that room,
We should have killed them.
they definitely remember your faces.
We should have killed them.
And they have told the guards who you guys were. So you have the choice to sort of go wherever you want in Genlyle. You could go to Dukenan's. You've got stuff that you need to pick up, right? You've got the wagon that you need to get to. But basically, you guys are now wanted in Genlyle in the whole of the city.
I have an idea. We go to we get the carriage, place it just outside in like the passage near Dukenham's house, like the back alley, right? And we use our ritual of excellent passage to go back to one of the cities we visited earlier. Just like it will be a bright flash for sure, but then nobody can trace us, right?
We've got out of scrapes worse than this. We've got to save that for a real dire moment.
Can we not
Right
just
now,
do
we
it?
can give these fools a slip.
Can we not just do it several times? The ritual of excellent. There's like apart from the 1 hour casting time, there's not really a drawback, is there?
Yeah. So when you use the portal, if you basically have to do some rolls, and if you don't pass the rolls, then weird stuff happens.
Okay.
So it's just like my normal scroll, I guess.
Yeah, it's not perfectly safe, but your eggs do help with it.
So advanced or some shit.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Let's grab our stuff first. We'll make a plan on the way.
yeah. What do we do? What do we do before? Yeah. So I think we've got to head back to Dukenan's because that's essentially our safe house. So I would say we probably head to Dukenan's to just gather up our stuff and work out our next move. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. I deliberately cover up my cloak of billowing with my robe of useful items. I don't want to. It's not a time for showmanship. And yeah, make our way back through Genlyle.
Okay, nice. Yeah, you guys make your way through Genlyle. You remember it well enough the way back to Dukenan's house. It takes you a little while to get there. Obviously, you've got to be very careful because the guards aren't happy with you. Although word hasn't spread too much yet, it will eventually be out.
Yeah, we can't stay here for long.
Yeah, you guys.
This may have been my fault, so I apologize. But to be fair, I already wasn't. For me, it doesn't change much. I wasn't too popular around these parts.
I mean, to be fair, all of you guys broke into a pretty well-known and, well-to-do family's house.
Well, I'm gonna say Frost for once does take responsibility for the action. So.
I mean, that's progress.
Personal growth.
Yeah. Character development, everybody. Let's hear it for character development.
Alright, that's it tonight then. See you guys then.
And to be fair, I don't think they know what I look like. I was a cat.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, they will have just said there was a cat and these three people.
I mean, let's face it. I think if they find us three,
yeah, they can probably.
I like the idea.
I haven't
Plus it's all out. That's fine.
face.
You guys broke into a house? What?
Where's my fox face? Where's my fox?
You've got your fox. It's in a Pokeball on your belt. Okay. It's in a little red and white Pokeball. It's on your person at all times. You guys eventually make it back to Dukenan's house. You sort of manage to make it down into the basement where he lives. On the table, in front of you when you get here, there is just a sort of a little sack, an ordinary looking sack, with a note next to it.
Does it say "Dear Egg Fondlers"?
It does.
Yeah.
It does say "Dear
Dear
Egg Fondlers."
Dear Flaming Foxes. We have another fox to add to the Flaming Foxes now, if we do want to take up that alias again.
That might have been the missing link. It might be the fifth beetle. Let's have a look at this letter.
Okay. You pick up the letter. It seems to be from Dukenan. He says, I came across this in my travels, thought you guys might need use of it, might make some good use of it. Seems like you're traveling heavy right now.
Yes, Cyclops Icon.
Here is a bag of holding for you.
Ooh.
You guys got a bag of holding.
Alright, if I'm tired of Critter, I'll just put him in there now.
Well, he'll die.
There's
There's no air in
the
the
bag of holding.
There's no air in there.
Yeah, he will die. He will,
He'll
yeah.
die.
There is
I
a
don't wanna
small pocket of air that will last about 2 minutes or something ridiculous like that.
So,
Just that gets in from
hopefully-
when you
so
open it, and
hopefully he
beyond
behaves.
that, you'd
Hopefully he
suffocate.
behaves. That's all I'll say.
I turned to Frost and said, "Look, I know you've been having some difficulties with your new friend, but I don't want to be fishing a fox corpse out of this thing. I'm going to put some nice stuff in there."
I don't have a lot to put in there, but I guess if I could get rid of my fox food. That's really all I need.
Yeah, I'd like to. I'm gonna be running around because I left quite a lot of belongings. But
I'll
I was
store
really
my
was
cool
over-encumbered,
points
so I
in
just
there.
started powering stuff into the bag because we got to go. Like, word's out. Won't be long before they have wood cuttings of us up all over town.
How big is the how much can we fit in there?
Let me have a look.
Because there's like 5 sizes.
Yeah,
A lot.
you can put a lot in there.
It's got a volume of 64 cubic feet.
Yes, it can hold up to 500 pounds, not exceeding a volume of 64 cubic feet. And it will always weigh 15 pounds regardless of what you put in there. So
I'll put in 5 kilograms of critter food.
yeah, you guys can just shove a load of shit in there.
How much space do my cool points take up?
0 space. They are ethereal.
Metaphysical cool.
Yeah.
But they are inventory then. Like there's just a spiritual thing that I can pull out of my pocket.
Yeah.
They just appear in my pocket every now and again. I don't know what I put in actually. Did so disconnect?
No.
Do you have any use
Sorry,
to
I'm
this?
just unequipping a load of stuff right now.
Okay. Yeah, you guys spend some time gathering all your shit, putting whatever you want into the bag of holding. While you're doing that, you feel like you experienced a lot throughout that one night. You know, you broke into a house, you killed some people.
3 full days.
Yeah, you went to the Plane of Horrors, you killed a load of shit there, and you killed a witch.
Let me store her cloak.
So you all get let me just work this out. It was quite the adventure. A lot happened.
We're like most of us are at 1,200 experience points now, right? Except for Zoe because she missed the night. Just checking if I got my experience right.
No, we evened out.
Yeah, you all evened out, so you should have the same amount.
So how much do we have?
1,200.
Yeah, okay,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Okay, no.
But now you get to add 1,300 to that.
Are we leveling up?
You are not quite leveling up, but you're close.
How much money did Zero find?
It was 200 gold.
Did we split it evenly again?
So we're at 2,500 XP.
Yep, you're all at 2,500.
Nice.
Yeah.
500.
Do we split the 200 gold evenly, Zero? I guess you find it in a chest.
Zero gets to decide because he found it.
Yes, he just kind of put it in there. He has not even thought about it since then.
Okay, so evenly then? Do we split it? Okay, here's the important question I really want to ask. Does Loboto get some pocket money?
I have no need for funds.
Buy some... like you like to learn. Maybe buy... I don't know, what is the D&D equivalent of a Rubik's Cube?
A puzzle cube.
My master has a puzzle cube.
But don't you want
Just
a
be a
puzzle cube of your own?
I will subsist on whatever my master deems fit.
Okay, well I'm gonna give you a couple gold coins anyway, in case you need to pay for beer again and don't have any money and frighten the staff. Like last time. So I'll give him like 5 gold pieces of the 50 that has been given to all of us. So the bottle has gold now. I don't know if you could keep track of that, Jay.
And sorry, that was 50 from the hall, right?
Yeah, 50 each, and then I give 5 gold pieces to.
Yeah, no, I've noted that down. 4 psychic damage, 5 gold.
Yeah.
Nice.
I am going to take this moment to actually repair. Actually, I can do. I'll use. Let me just check. Sorry, to remember whether this is a spell or a cantrip. I think. Yeah, no, it's cantrip. So I'm going to mend up Loboto.
Okay. Once you guys have collected all your things, put them in the bag of holding. What are you gonna do?
Get the horses, get out of here.
Yeah, your wagon is in the stables at the edge of the city.
I'd say we head up north in the direction of Alteria because I got that vision of my dad. But that's up to the party. Guys, I know we're chasing a bunch of cultists and saving the world and all, but I also like to save my dad if possible at some point. So we don't really have a direction we should head in now, right? So can I ask us to just head north a bit?
Well, I mean, there's Cholnyeth on the northwest coast. The School of Candy Lights is to the north.
Mm-hmm. Lovely place.
Always wanted to see ever since I heard about it.
I've been there. It's cool.
And there's, I'd like to do a little bit of meteorite hunting. So maybe you know, I could probably go with the north. But doesn't the we got the crystal. We could. This, I mean, I think we have a debt we could collect from the auction house if we dare risk it. We got 140 gold pieces.
Helped us. We already helped ourselves to some of the Gimbits money, so I wouldn't mind.
I just want to.
I mean, money's money. I get. Oh, you know what we can do? You know how to make great disguises, right, Pearl?
Yeah.
Why don't we go up there in a disguise, and then I can charm him into convincing him that he does owe us the money, that it's really us.
I could send Loboto.
Yeah.
I could magically tinker a message or get Loboto to.
Oh, I have a better idea. What if I just send a note of sending telling him to leave the money in a certain predetermined spot? At a certain time.
I have no way of knowing that's from you, from us.
Yeah, but who else knows about the deal but us? It was just us back there.
Considering a bunch of cultists stole from an auction,
yeah, but they were gone, right?
Anyone could have found that information out. There's no guarantee that.
I don't think he willingly accepted any deals from you guys either.
Yeah.
That too.
This extortion is bullshit.
Look. I'm a note taker. I have in my notes 140 gold pieces for retrieving the crystal. That's all it says. That's my character drinks a lot. Okay, he's not got the best memory. Just scrawled notes on a variety of scraps of paper, just filling his bag. The bag of holding is 64 cubic feet of scribbled notes.
It's like that.
Okay, well, you know what? Let's just
that one scene with all the post-it notes.
Oh, he said he never wanted the crystal back. He said he never wanted the crystal back. We were basically just
that's what I thought, right?
We were basically just stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. Says I, who has more than 200 gold pieces.
Well, I tell you what, we don't lose anything by sending Loboto. If he can't get the money, he can't get the money. But no one will recognise him.
You can give him the black crystal fragments, but I
think I can go with them too, just to be safe. I don't think they'll recognize me.
Yes,
the threat was a cat the whole time, so.
Or you could go as a cat again, and then they maybe do recognize you.
Oh, that's why I don't turn into a cat. I just stay myself.
What if you were a
Foolproof
dog?
plan.
What if you were a dog?
I don't want to
moment
confuse this guy any more than he already was, so...
The moment you turn into a dog, I definitely go down and start petting you. I'm gonna tell you now. If you ever, at any point in the campaign, do that.
I mean, Pearl pretty much pets him whatever form he takes.
Yeah, but me specifically with dogs.
She can't help it. Cute animals.
And Zirconis now knows he enjoys pets. Who knew?
From Book and Frost, or just I guess I'll have to figure out.
I mean, who doesn't love a good little head scritch, though?
Well,
I like it.
Zakonis, I don't. Come here. I don't want Loboto to hear, but look, this is dangerous times. I think we need to stick together. And I love Loboto, but he is expendable. I can always make him again. I've not done it yet, but I'm pretty sure I know how now. So why don't you stick with us?
Okay.
I'll send him, and he can pass on the message that we've dealt with the criminals, and hopefully get the money. But if he can't, he's not going to go off the rails. He's just going to come straight back to us, meet us at the wagon, either with some money or nothing lost, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know what's best.
I just
I can stay here with you guys.
And
That's fine.
people could
It's very dangerous
constrain.
times.
They could they could never constrain.
also it's been a bit of a difficult time with me and Frost lately, and you've probably noticed. I don't want. You're always so good at, mediating and just keeping us on the same path. I just don't want some crazy shit to kick off.
Do I hear that?
We
hear
just
that?
need to
Okay.
get out with no more incidents, I think I need you.
Fair enough.
I took responsibility for the night, though. It's progress.
Okay. So Lamotta, old chap, I've got a little errand for you, if that's all right. Certainly, sir. What do you require? So what I need you to do is you remember the auction house. I want you to pop back there and let the guy, the guy with the thing. Yeah, I need you to let him know that we dealt with the criminals, and you've come to collect on the contract. 140 gold pieces. Will I have to provide any proof or material goods to the auction? No, don't worry about that. I'm sure he'll take your word for it. I don't really know what we could give you as proof.
The
We
fucking
could give you the crystal, but I don't want to lose the crystal.
I mean, we have 2 shards,
A
right?
small
We could,
one.
yeah,
We could.
exactly.
A small one. Look, okay, Lamotta, take this. Keep it safe. All right. Show him that, and say that this. It was what led us to the other one. Okay.
Did you say lettuce? Sorry, I'm having PTSD.
You're asking me to lie.
Pearl just
It's not a
pats
lie.
Frost on the head.
It's not a lie. It's just a slight elaboration. And the difference is, look, I haven't got time to get into. Save the deeper meaningfuls for Frost. All right. I need you to go and do a job. Okay. Go on.
Loboto, you already got some money from me. Just do it.
I'll give him a little pat on the metallic booty and send him on his way.
A little twist of the nips to make him more. So he
Not
can
nip.
fly.
Jay, give me a perception check, Jay.
Ooh, okay.
Perception.
Perception.
Is that a bit better, by the way, with the fuzziness?
It's a 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
A
I
9.
turned down.
Okay.
I turned my little knob down on the actual
All
microphone.
perception or just Jay?
Just Jay. Yeah. Okay. All right then. 9. That's cool.
I hate these kinds of
Come back
rules.
and bite me later, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah. Loboto walks off out of the house and marches towards the auction house.
Oh, sorry. I should probably point out, I did tell him to meet us at the wagon.
Mhm.
That was the plan. Or at
Yeah.
least that was the plan I was relaying to him. I didn't do it in character. So
Yeah.
Okay, so so guys, Loboto's going to meet us at the wagon.
Wouldn't it have been easier? I could still send Loboto a note sending saying we take the wagon to Dukeman's house if we want to do that. Get it up in this alley, you know.
We
And
just
then
need
just-
to get out of the city. If we get the wagon's our fastest route out of here.
Hmm,
If we get held up at the city gates on the way out, we're done for. We're in a bottleneck. I think we need to get to the outskirts.
It's still stealth, isn't it? If no one is left alive, it's still considered stealth.
You're not going to kill the whole town.
No. Just the guards at the gate.
There could be. We're not doing this.
This is a big city. There's lots of people around.
We don't need to kill our way out of the city.
Let's just see if we can get out without any interference.
I'm sure once we save the world, we'll be welcomed back in with open arms.
That's the spirit.
Yeah. Plus, they didn't see Zakonis, so if the three of us are back in the wagon, then Zakonis can just drive us out
Even
of
if
here.
this transformation
Well,
with my hair
four of
going
us
white,
with Loboto.
if my hair goes like, if something else happens with other than just my hair turning white, I might not even look the same when I come back. So, might have grown horns.
You know what? One thing I do admire about you, Frost, is it's your positive attitude.
Hmm.
You get yourself mixed up in some magical shenanigans, and now you're deforming right before our very eyes, and you see that as being possibly useful as a disguise.
It's an
You are an
upgrade.
eternal optimist, my friend. I've got to give you that.
I mean, if you gotta do some insane stuff, you better come out laughing, right?
Yeah. It's like you've got permanently itchy feet, but your dance moves have come on wonders.
I haven't practiced. Have I been dancing in my sleep? Oh no.
Yeah.
That's
You're going to
Is
give
that
Loboto
canon,
a
man?
run for his money.
It's that canon now. That just,
Floors.
whenever I sleep, because I have to move, my body starts grooving in night.
Yeah. You're just doing
The
river dance in your sleep.
The ultimate restless leg syndrome.
Yeah.
Just the worst.
So
Sleepwalking is sleep.
I guess you could say I'm a smooth criminal.
No.
not after last night, you couldn't. No.
Right.
Yeah, Loboto's gone off. You guys have packed all your stuff into the bag of holding. You're gonna make your way to the wagon.
I think so. Yeah, we're going to take the back streets.
I'm going to take the roof.
Get off the roof! What are you doing up there? That's not discreet. That's a guy on a roof. It's the first thing I look at. It's like there's a fucking guy up there on the roof. Get down
And
here!
if, as soon as you
It
walk
just
down the
means you could be
street, you
seen
always
from
look up.
further away.
People don't genuinely look up at the roof.
You guys are walking through the town having this argument. It's still nighttime, but it's definitely getting towards dawn now. It's gonna start getting light soon.
Alright, I'll just stop running instead, I guess. Over the streets, not the roof.
Yeah, Frost jumps down from the roof, and you stop arguing,
Nice.
and you start running through the streets. It takes you probably about 40 minutes. It's a big city. You manage to get to the front gate of the city, and you can see from the front gate the stables where your wagon is held.
Would it be reasonable to assume that Loboto has reached our man by now? I'll just send him a quick notice sending, asking if everything's
As
going alright.
you get to the front gate, Javiel feels a sort of release of magical energy that was sort of holding Loboto together. You feel that he may not have met a very kind fate.
Can I? If I can't send a note to sending, he's dead, right? So I can double
You're
check
okay,
this.
JBL.
You are. This guy's not sensitive.
No, I'm
think
worried about
something-
Loboto. I'd code back if it is so that he died.
I think something bad might have happened. I can't sense Loboto anymore.
No.
So he did have a soul, and you had a connection.
Do
I told
you
it.
do
We
you
gotta-
think he got attacked, or did you go too far away from him?
I don't know. I mean, this is the furthest we've ever been apart.
I don't care if it's unsafe, but I feel like we should do a Viva. Just get the revenge. I'm not letting them hurt my boy Labolo and get away with it. I don't care if you have to leave the city. If they killed Labolo.
I don't know, but revenge, guys.
Just for cinematic effect, in the movie of this campaign, we cut to a slow panning, bird's eye view of Loboto just powering down and becoming a lifeless statue of what he once was. And it sort of slowly pans out and then fades to black.
Yeah.
So
Then
it's
it kind
just
of pulls out of my eyeball. It's just wide eyed.
Yeah, yeah.
Jay, like you zoom out from you, like you zoom, but you pan out through Javen's eyes. You see him
That's
shot.
right,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It comes from like the pupil, and it turns.
And you just see one singular small tear appear at the edge of Javel's eye.
I'll have a proper breakdown, sobbing weep for him later. But right now, we've got to get up.
You have to get I'd say we get revenge on Labolo. We can't just.
No,
He's our friend. We
I'll
can't.
send
Just...
Loboto because I can bring him back. But I can't do that now. I can't do that here. I need some time. We've got to get out of here. We've got to get somewhere safe.
How do you get him back? He's our friend. You're just leaving him.
Yeah, but I made him. I'll make him again. I just.
Will it be
Loboto
all
will be back, I
Labolo?
promise.
Will it be all Labolo or just a Labolo?
Surely, if it comes from the same magical place, it will be the same, right?
He'd start the same, but he hasn't had the same experiences, right? The same
Stop
memories.
talking. I don't know whether he's going to be the same.
That's why we
You're
can't
making it
leave.
worse.
Pearl
We can't
just
leave him.
gently strokes Javel's back and just goes to Frost. Just like
Javiel, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
just like mouthing, "You're not helping. Shh, please
Nah,
stop
just
talking."
Let's go. I am wise.
No.
You, as Pearl is comforting you, you hear Loboto's voice echo through your head, and he says, "Don't worry, Master. I am always with you."
Always.
I mean, you just ascended to heaven or some shit.
Damn it! I didn't have time to get my reverb on. Ghost Loboto needs reverb. Damn it! You need to give some warning, man. I don't have my buses set up.
Loboto's consciousness now resides somewhere inside of you,
All right.
and
Reverb on in the break. Thank you.
will be translated into whatever body you build for him.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Frost doesn't
I
know
feel-
this, right?
Frost doesn't know this, no.
I reluctantly agreed to just join the party, but I am really pissed. Because for all I know, we just left Labolo to rot.
Pearl's gonna kind of like take her hand like sort of away from Javiel and just lean back to Frost so that only he can hear her and just be like, "Don't worry, we'll fix it later."
Fix a dead man.
You guys are now sort of
Just leave
walking
it for now.
up to the stables. It is sort of very early morning now. It's like 5:30ish. The sun has risen. We are in sort of summer in Pucklandia. So it's a nice clear morning.
It's not my season.
But yeah, you guys have walked up to the stables. Nobody seems to be up yet or awake or doing anything. And you can sort of go and find your wagon.
Okay.
I say we split up, and then I say we go in two teams. Zoe and leading one team, and me leading another, because then Zoe can whisper a message thingy in our heads, and I can send a note ascending. Whoever finds them first, we'll meet up with.
Well, it's not, the place isn't that big. Look, I think let's get the wagon. Let's get the wagon. Like, find it, get it loaded up, and then we go and settle the bill. I don't want him to know that we're here any earlier. then he has to. We don't know whether the guards have been out here looking for us already.
Fine. But
Are
I'm
we ready
taking the
to go? I
reins.
want that
I'm taking
conversation
the
to be
reins.
short.
I'm
Well-
saying sure.
But
Frost,
you
you can talk to Lucky and Scout or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
Sprout. Short.
Lucky and Sheep was your name.
Sheep,
We called
yeah.
it
Sheep.
Clock.
Clop and Clop. Lucky and Sheep. Yeah. Yeah.
These are your nicknames for them. These are exclusive to
But
you.
shouldn't Zakonis take the reins so that we can exit the city more safely?
Yeah. agreed.
Don't we have the
Yeah,
exact
I'll take
same
it.
animal handling skill though?
Well,
Yeah,
Frost,
but
why don't you,
But they
The
know-
guards know what you look like. They
know
They
who
aren't
you
looking
are.
for Zakonis.
I'll use the cloak, but if we go fast, they won't even see
Never
us.
saw me.
I mean, for clarification, I meant the cloak of the cultist, not the cloak of nature.
we
They're
don't
drawing
have to
more
straight over
attention to
because
you.
the
You
cultists-
worried about them going fast? Don't worry, I'll make them go fast.
Okay.
As soon as we're out of the city, I'll join you on the front. If you guys can promise me that, I'll roll with your plan.
That's fine. Once we're out of the city, it doesn't matter. It's fine.
Just need to get out. We need to get out
Yes.
safe.
The three of us are recognizable. We need to be in the back until we're out of the city.
Fine.
Frost, you put on the cloak, make sure the coast is clear, find Clip and Clop, okay? If you need to give them a little clip, clop, but in horse, like do it. Right? You find Clip and Clop. As soon
I have an even safer idea. Well, have Clip and Clop met Critter yet?
Oh, don't send your bloody fox in to find the horses, man.
I don't think they have because we haven't visited the
No.
No, but not yet.
the
But yeah, you find
thing
the
in
wagon.
a while.
Fine.
When you've got it, drop us a message. Yeah, drop us a note sending. We'll come and meet you. We'll pay the bill, and we'll be out of here. Us three will jump in the back. Zakonis in front, and we're home free. Unless you see trouble, and then come back and tell us. Yeah.
Mhm.
Don't try and handle it alone like last time and the time before
I'll
that.
send it, if
And the
if
time
they
before that.
approach me and ask me questions, I'll send them behind my back. Send a note sending, and you'll need Jay to inspect it because you know my handwriting is normally already very bad. But I'll make sure to send you a message.
Sounds like a plan.
if
No
I'm
rooftops.
stuck, no rooftops. No,
No
fine.
rooftops.
Actually, with the cloak of nature, it might be safer with rooftops, but still.
It's safer with where the nature is on the ground. Look, I'm sure you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
It's not a perfect. It's
You go
not
on,
invisibility.
Pat him on his little armored buttocks.
Is that a guidance?
You're really into the
Yeah,
butt
you know what it
pats
is.
today, aren't you?
Remember,
Yes,
it's
guide
like a
on
little
his
slap,
ass.
a little stick to the plan. That's my guidance. My guidance is very clear.
You say armored buttocks. It's just a leather jacket that you just—it's not metal or anything. You just.
You know what it is? It's the let's die. It just feels like armor, dude.
That's a good say. I'll take it.
Okay,
That's
so
not necessary.
Frost is
Yeah,
going in to see what's what with the stables, yeah?
Find them and get them over here. I think was the idea, or just
You
Right.
just send us a message when you found them.
yeah,
You kind of like, we're good.
and
We'll
start
come in,
readying
pay,
up
go.
supplies.
Yeah.
Start running up supplies.
Okay. Yeah, Frost makes his way past the building of the stables, where they sort of do all the commerce, and goes into the holding area. After a couple of minutes, you get a note from him saying, "Yeah, found the horses. They're sort of tucked away in one of the corner stables. There's a few boxes around with just sort of like provisions and stuff in.
I'll grab.
Yeah, just laying around the wagon.
I gave you a platinum. I gave the stable master a platinum all the way in the beginning. It was just early payment.
Yeah, no one's around still. But after a few minutes, and Frost has told you he's found the wagon, you see it. You can hear sort of people waking up inside the building.
I'm loading. I
and
was
moving
already-
around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loaded up most of the things. If you just grab the last few boxes, we can get going quickly.
Pearl, are you all right to handle a stable owner? I'm not sure he took a liking to me last time.
Oh,
I gave
can
him the
handle that.
platinum after I was throwing it into his face, so you know.
I'll,
sure
I'll,
I was
I'll
worse.
handle it. And she
He
walks
seemed
off
like
too.
a diligent kind of guy, though. We don't want him to think that our wagon is being robbed and alerting the authorities.
Leave a message. Leave him a voicemail.
I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll just go work my charm.
Speaking of charm, I could just charm him.
I don't trust you to deal with people. And she just walks off.
Just a spell.
I think we leave this in Pearl's hands. Okay. Think she's got this. I trust her.
I'm going
At
to.
least somebody does.
I can see like Frost's little eye twitch, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to help you like load up the stolen goods in the hope
Already
that
loaded
me
like
going
half.
along with you this far is a kind of a compromise.
Yeah, with
I can
that
see you want
eye
to do
twitch.
something batshit crazy. So
I'm adding
all right.
face.
I'm
Can
going
I
to
add like
some stuff.
1 point of
If it
insanity
keeps
to
you chill.
myself?
No, you don't get any insanity points for this.
I'm just getting angrier after leaving. A pal in the dust. And then I diss.
Has Pearl gone into the building?
Yep.
Okay. You walk in and you see the stable master that you saw when you arrived. It's the guy's brother from the first city. And he sort of looks up. He's quite sleepy. He's like, "Oh, it's you. Hey, how are you doing?"
Hey, good morning. I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah. He's sort of like, you can see he's still half asleep.
Okay, I'm not going to take up much of your time. I would just like to pay our bill so that we can head off.
Okay.
Didn't we pre-play a couple nights?
Yeah, but we've been here longer than a couple nights.
How long have you been here for?
Let me carry the. How long have we been here for?
About 7 days.
About a week, isn't it?
Yeah.
We paid
About a
2 in
week.
advance. We paid 2 in advance.
And
right, so 5 days.
we paid a couple in advance. I don't know if he wrote that down.
Okay, well, that'll be 5 gold then, please.
Okie dokie. Here you go.
Thank-
And here's an extra one for taking such good care of our stuff.
Oh, thank you kindly.
You're welcome. I hope you have a great day.
Yeah.
Bye.
If it
And she
were
just
me-
like quickly goes out and is like, okay, I did it. Let's go.
If it were me and I did...
It was 5 gold. I gave him 6 because he seemed nice and sleepy.
Hey, that's good. He was gonna charge us 5 gold a night.
Yeah, he was.
He must not be a morning person.
He is not. He had not had a cup of tea yet. He was not ready for that.
I feel bad about nicking the crates now.
If I had
Okay, let's
charmed
go.
him, I'm going to tell you now, if I had charmed him, I would have totally left, like, ran back to the horses with a, oh, you remember that platinum, by the way? Yeah, we're also taking your supplies. And then just...
Sometimes you don't need to literally charm people to charm people. Sometimes you
I
just
feel
need to
like
be a
for
nice
Frost,
person.
it's the easiest to use the spell.
Okay. Pearl makes her way over to the wagon. You guys, and you can now. You've got all your stuff loaded. Pearl's back. You're all paid up. You can now
Beep, beep, beep.
jump in and get the fuck out of there.
Just
Yeet.
a little pat on the shoulder, like, all aboard, man.
She just hops in the back.
Up, take the reins.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab a piece of sort of sacking from in the back of the wagon and be like, Pearl, maybe we should like stay undercover until we're clear of the sea. What do you think?
Oh, my Zoe brain is fighting my Pearl brain right now. She's just like, good idea. And then grabs another sack. It's like,
Yep. Yep.
and
Perfect.
just like
Perfect.
curls up in a ball next to you, just like
Pearl,
like really dramatic stealth. If you know what I'm getting at. It's
Yeah.
like,
I just lie back and just Pull the sack up over my head.
Pearl and Javiel
Was it
hide
across his
under
feet?
some sacks in the back of the wagon. Frost is also in the back with them, keeping low.
I'm having like I'm doing like a snipe. I have the cloak of nature, and I just peek over the edge and have my bow at the ready for one. So if anyone comes, I'll just go like bang.
Zuconis gets up front, starts, getting the horses to move. You start making your way out of the stables. You take the big road, the main road out of Genlyle. As you get about 100 feet away, you see a line of guards sort of run over to the stable. But you guys are getting away. You guys, you narrowly missed the guards.
I'll give him a finger still
as they came looking for you. You managed to escape, and we'll go for a break there. A nice little break, and you guys can decide what you want to do as you escape Genlyle.
Post break.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna go to the toilet real quick, guys.
Horrible.
So yeah, little 5-minute break, and then we'll reconvene.
Loki,
Yes.
you have inspiration.
Is that advantage or a new roll?
A new roll.
Roll.
I am gonna use it.
Oh, DM inspiration.
I love the idea.
21. A
The
21.
first you and it kind of like doesn't quite land, and you're like, nope, try again. It's just a
It's like,
You
double whammy.
you grab the barman's head and you try and slam it down onto the thing, but he resists, and then you think, nope, fuck you, and you just slam
You
it, and he slumps to the floor. Separate sacks.
Whip out my wand.
That's the gotta be the episode title now. Separate sacks.
Fire off a nice gaudy pink flare into the night sky, hoping that Frost will understand.
What is the shape of this flare?
Well, it's gaudy pink. It's difficult to achieve any defined shapes in pyrotechnics, as I'm sure you know. It takes a lot of concentration on my part, and I have had a night of fine whiskey, but it does vaguely resemble a bell end.
Nice.
Remind me, what is a bell end again?
The end of
Right.
Oh,
I was just
That's clip
not
that.
expecting that.
Hand crossbow, and it also now uses, because it's a magic item, it now uses my intelligence modifier to hit,
Nice.
not my usual dexterity.
Very
Which,
nice.
can be a bit unpredictable.
Yeah.
So let me just make sure that it's actually going to use my intelligence modifier. Yeah, and it gets +1 as well. To hit and to damage. So, in theory, this should work. Here we go. Attack. With, oh yeah, massive modifier. Come on.
Oh no.
So that's a natural 1.
Oh no!
Ah, what?
You hit the half elf.
Unbelievable! Come on.
You you whip out your crossbow. You're newly bought.
Build it up.
You're newly bought.
Okay, I'll keep it.
Okay.
Boss, are you telling me you spent 50 coin? Something that makes your feet itch.
And it.
Could have got a fiance for that, pal.
I'm 100% certain that it also does something else. I just don't know what. Again,
There's
it
gonna
might
be a
steal
little
my
bit of a-
soul. It might steal
gonna
my
be a
soul. It
little-
may start at feet.
You're a natural
be a
optimist,
little
aren't you,
wall
Frost?
of,
There's one thing I do like about you.
And that
It's
is.
gonna be just a little wall of like silence, and he's just gonna look close his eyes and open them.
Stupid.
Fire.
My gift to you is this tiny, tiny hop. It's adorable.
It's the world's smallest violin.
I was just
It's
thinking the
very
same
cute.
thing.
It's no, I'm not giving you a sassy thing. It's
Next
different.
time I have an
can play it
existential
for
crisis,
Frost
that's
when
going to
he
come out,
tries
isn't
to
it?
tell people his backstory.
You know what? Normally, I would laugh along and side with you on this, but I feel like after today's episode, too soon.
Yeah. So well done.
I'm debating whether I should use it, so here we go. Roll the 1d2. So if it's a 1, I'm going to use it, because that's probably... If it's a 1, I'm going to use it. If it's a 2, I'll keep it for now. It's a 1. We're using it.
Don't we this. This is all you, buddy.
Yeah. I'm going.
Yeah, I'm in a bad way.
I'm gonna heal up Jay.
Because I would like to have a word with the ringmaster. Can I just lift the ringmaster off his feet and run with him outside?
Damn, man, you never cease to amaze. Just steal the fucking fight organizer. Steal the promoter. You're just basically scooping up Don King, slinging him over your shoulder in a fireman's lift and doing one. That's what you want to do.
Coin. I'll toss a coin. Alright?
Oh dear. Okay, let's see.
As the coin goes into the air, I slap it clean out the air.
Whatever
Like,
it lands on.
out of nowhere,
Whatever
aggressively. Like, I no hesitation. As soon as I see the coin go in the air, I go, no! It just flies across the room.
Frost scrambles over to the coin to pick it up.
I toss it again, and whatever it lands on the floor, regardless of if you'll slaps it or not.
This time, one of Lobotto's arms telescopically stretches from all the way up from the second floor into the door and slaps the coin out of the air.
My master said no.
What about bird? Bird is the word, and then instead of that, you say bard. Bard is the word.
Yeah.
I actually really like that one.
Bard.
Oh no, because I changed it to everyone's hard about the bard, and then I realised what I was saying. Everybody's hard about the bard, but yeah, but that's not what I meant.
It's too hard.
Okay,
And
so
it's going to be
we'll
stuck
take
in my
that
head
one
all
then.
night now. You've actually dissonant whispered your own group.
Yes.
Pure curiosity. Do you happen to have any more items that you were going to display tonight? We might be able to grab it. Generous
it's-
discount.
A second immovable rod, perhaps? That we wouldn't buy at a discount?
Give you an immovable rod.
No.
You have inspiration.
Is that advantage or a new roll?
A new roll.
Roll.
I am going to use it.
Oh, DM inspiration.
I love the idea.
21. A
The
21.
first you try and slam his head down, it kind of like doesn't quite land, and you're like, nope, try again.
Yeah.
It's just a
It's like,
yeah,
You
double whammy.
you grab the barman's head and you try and slam it down onto the thing, but he resists, and then you think, nope, fuck you, and you just slam
Do it
it,
again.
and he slumps to the floor.
Whip out my wand, and with a little billow for showmanship purposes, I fire off a nice gaudy pink flare into the night sky, hoping that Frost will understand.
What is the shape of this flare?
Well, it's gaudy pink. It's difficult to achieve any defined shapes in pyrotechnics, as I'm sure you know. It takes a lot of concentration on my part, and I have had a night of fine whiskey, but it does vaguely resemble a bell end.
Nice.
Remind me, what is a bell end again?
The end of
Right.
honey.
I
Oh.
was just
That's clip
not
that.
expecting that.
Hand crossbow, and it also now uses, because it's a magic item, it now uses my intelligence modifier to hit,
Nice.
not not my usual dexterity.
Very
Which,
nice.
you know, can be a bit unpredictable.
Yeah.
So let me just make sure that it's actually going to use my intelligence modifier. Yeah, and it gets +1 as well. To hit and to damage. So, in theory, this should work. Here we go. Attack. With, oh yeah, massive modifier. Come on.
Oh no.
So that's a natural 1.
Oh no!
Ah, what?
You hit the half elf.
Unbelievable! Come on.
You you whip out your crossbow. You're newly bought.
Build it up.
You're newly bought.
Okay, I'll keep it. I'll keep it.
Okay.
Boss, are you telling me you spent 50 coin? Something that makes your feet itch.
And it.
Could have got a fiance for that, pal.
I'm 100% certain that it also does something else. I just don't know what. Again,
There's
it
gonna
might
be a
steal
little
my
bit of a-
soul. It might steal
gonna
my
be a
soul. It
little-
might start at the feet.
You're a
It's
natural
gonna be a
optimist,
little
aren't you,
wall
Frost?
of,
That's one thing I do like about you.
And that
It's
is.
gonna be just a little wall of like silence, and he's just gonna look, close his eyes, and open them.
Stupid.
Fire.
My gift to you is this tiny, tiny harp.
It's adorable.
It's the world's smallest violin.
I was just
It's
thinking the
very
same
cute.
thing.
It's no, I'm not giving you a sassy thing. It's
Next
different.
time I have an
Play it
existential
for
crisis,
Frost
that's
when
going to
he
come out,
tries
isn't
to
it?
tell people his backstory.
Yeah.
You know what? Normally, I would laugh along and side with you on this, but I feel like after today's episode, too soon.
Yeah. So well done.
I'm debating whether I should use it, so here we go. Roll the 1d2. So if it's a 1, I'm going to use it. Because that's probably. If it's a 1, I'm going to use it. If it's a 2, I'll keep it for now. It's a 1.
Yeah, but quickly refill my water. If you
Okay, hello. We're back. Where's my mouse gone? It is gone. Here it is.
Oh, it might have been Rogue.
Remember, real mates.
Might have been Rogue. I was thinking of multiclassing into.
Yeah, you guys have
attack that shit.
successfully made it out of Genlyle now. You're sort of the way that you guys came in, you sort of went the long way round. This time you are just booking it down the main road that leads past all of the outer cities, the outer towns and farms and stuff like that. And you're just going. So you've managed to escape. You got which direction are you guys going to travel in?
North? I think was the idea.
Yeah, I think everybody wanted to go north.
Okay.
Jay, because of his candy bar X factory. Shit, this actually works.
Okay, so there's sort of two ways you can go north. Oh my god, why is the map so...
I think along the shore, right, was the idea.
There we go. Yeah, so you guys are sort of here. There's two ways you can go north. There's this way through sort of mainland Grafton. Through
the left.
Through the Grafton Plains, or you can go up to this left way where the coast is. There's a little bit of Grafton here, and then the further up you go, you're sort of in Northern Territories.
Because I think my stop
Wouldn't
is
the left
mainly
way take
Altaria.
us past Cavernavis?
Yeah, Cavernavis is here. So if you go all the way to the coast, you will get to Cavernavis, yeah.
Yeah, so I'd say we go through the coast because that's also like Jay needs to go through one of the port towns, right, near Alteria, and I really only need to go there for Alteria's sake.
Yeah, so you can either
Just
go
long,
straight north, or you can go west first to the coast and then north.
I
I'm saying
we
west
take
first is
Crystal Reef
safer.
because Crystal Cliff's tower is on the. Oh no, that's to the south actually.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so yeah, northwest we've got Cholneth.
And the Genlile's factory.
Me and
thing.
Zero know Cholneth very well.
I think
Not
I
these
think I
characters.
Right.
What?
Not us. We don't. Sarkunis Pro know nothing.
Cholneth is where the school of Candy Lights. is.
Oh,
That was the
Yeah,
place
that's
I'd
where
like
I
to-
know the environment a little bit because it's really close to Alteria. Like that's Cholneth, there's Alteria.
Well, I think me and Frost are in a rare moment of détente.
yeah, to be fair, if you had gone, if you do go just straight north, then you will have to cross a lot of mountains to get actually into where you need to be.
And
So-
also we have to go
Right.
through Alteria, which is currently overrun, and I'd rather supply ourselves first and then go into Alteria instead of going
We could
through
We could
A
supply in
deserted wasteland.
Cavanavis, a very, very friendly town that Pearl would very much like to show you around.
I think that's on West route, right? That would be
Yeah,
fine.
it's on the west coast.
So everyone gets what
Take
they
the
want,
West
then, right?
Coast.
Although I
Route
feel
six-
like now
Route
I've said
66.
that, I need to make Tailspire maps really fast after this session.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's no D&D next week because I'm away, obviously.
Okay.
Ah,
Me and Steph were talking about that last night because we were talking about it, and I was like, "Is he hosting from your laptop, or are we not doing it next week?" And she was like, "I didn't think to ask him that." So,
Yeah, there's no session next week, so you've got some
Okay.
time. You've got some time.
okay,
hmm.
that works. Pearl's just happy to go wherever you guys want to go, but if that way that you want to go takes you through Cavanavis, she will very happily show you around.
Sarkunis has
meet her
never been
best
that far
friends.
north, so everything north of his forest is pretty much brand new to him.
And
Everything
north
here has
is pretty
been-
much
Yeah, I mean, your forest is literally like here on the map. It's huge. It covers like a lot of the map. So pretty much everywhere you've been so far is north of. It's like the furthest north you've been.
Take one more step, and I'll be the furthest north I've ever been.
this has been the furthest south probably I've been, or maybe not the furthest, but
This is the furthest anywhere Pearl's ever been.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys can make your way west to Cavanavis.
you probably should.
You guys, in this sort of area of Pucklandia doesn't have a lot of towns in like independent towns and stuff like that. It's mostly sort of plains and grassland. There's a few forests, a few sort of like hilly, rocky areas with some sort of caves and stuff like that. There's a lot going on, except it's not from towns or civilization. But after about a week of traveling west, you do see a sign on a road that says Damp Lily, 20 miles.
I hope it's not too moist there.
Moist is exactly how I like it.
Yeah, exactly how I don't like it.
You like the frost? Frost is moist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I'd say it's just all the moist has settled.
The hard moist. Yeah.
Hard moist.
Hard and moist is even better.
Call me Frost critical.
So sorry. I'm so sorry. That one just couldn't stay inside.
Not wrong. Not wrong.
Well, it's been a while since we've seen much civilization, guys. What do you think? How does Damp Lily sound?
It sounds damp.
Well,
Sounds pretty.
could just be a name.
It sounds.
Zoe, your
Just- I do
camera
like a
is glitching
zero-
out.
Oh my god, your camera.
Holy shit! Where was this?
Oh my
Where was
God.
this during Halloween?
Hang on.
Where was this during Halloween?
It's like you've been in.
Is that better?
Yeah, yeah.
I saw it as well.
That was horrible.
That was should have been for
I feel
Halloween.
like watching that we're all going to die in 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Well, it was
no.
nice knowing you all.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. So
Green
there you go.
It's a
Don't you
week.
do
It's
next
a
week.
week late for shit like that.
We're all going to be having unfortunate, inexplicable accidents.
Yeah. So you guys, yeah. What have you guys been doing for the week that you've been traveling? Are you?
Hunting,
Practicing-
talking to the horses.
Practicing my guitar and my pan flute.
Nice, nice.
Lighting the egg on fire, probably on occasion when we set up camp, and talking to Critter, I guess.
Occasionally joining in with Zoe on my pan flute that I have.
Ah, hell yeah!
Nice.
I have in a touching scene. I'm a little bit disappointed we skipped straight over. I did recreate Loboto.
Wow, this is your chance to have this.
Yes.
Well, it's I had So
Wait,
I
what
had a whole-
resources? What resources did you have to recreate it?
There was some
so-
stuff in the wagon.
All I need to do is I need to get my smith's tools out. A little bit of candlelight helps. You know, I like to set the mood. It starts
Frost
out
will
almost
stand
like-
there patiently. I'll just be there. I'll just hold the flame, the torch. Whatever.
It started out almost like a séance. And it was a bit like Loboto, can you hear me? I can hear you, sir. You're very faint.
Hey, Reaver!
Yes,
got
thank
it.
you.
We got it. We got it.
And I reach out to him psychically, trying to pull him back from the void and reconstitute his being. I'm like, it's okay, Loboto. Step towards the light. Step towards the light.
Isn't that?
I'm stepping. I'm stepping towards the light. Honestly, this guy interrupts even in the afterlife. And I conjure him back to. He looks similar to before, but his whole eye plate is just that little bit deeper. He looks like he's almost like aged into his face a little bit. Something about the experience has changed him.
He's wizened.
There's some rust.
Yeah,
There's some
maybe not
rust.
wizened, but like give it a few more cycles and maybe.
Yeah.
There's some rust right underneath
Get
his
about like
eye.
V5 version 5, and we'll.
Yeah, it's like you know when you haven't seen your friends' kids for like a couple of years, and then you see them and you're like, bloody hell, you were like a little toddler last time I saw you. And their whole face shape has just started to shift a bit. It's that. It's Loboto, but not quite as we knew him. But you know,
Like he has some
obviously
rust
the
under
first
his
thing I asked
eyes.
him was what happened to you? And I would love to roleplay this, but I'm playing Loboto and I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, Loboto has no memory of his previous body.
No,
I fucking called it.
Of any experiences we've had together.
He remembers your experiences, but the shutting down process wipes sort of like the last 5-10 minutes.
He lost what he had in RAM.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he didn't power down properly.
Exactly.
It was just pull a USB stick. Guys.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
He just pulled Loboto's stick.
Corrupted.
Shit was corrupted. Yeah.
Yeah, the last thing he remembers is sort of walking towards the auction house and then trying to carry out your orders.
So I don't know what happened to him exactly.
I'm just, you know what? It doesn't matter now. I'm just glad you're back. We're all safe together again.
Frost just slowly walks up to Loboto, and instead of giving I guess that means you have a sword. Just give him like a slight hit on the chest, you know. I guess that means you have a soul, then, buddy.
Ding.
And then I walk away, and there's like a tear rolling of happiness that he's back. And I turn away and quickly.
Pearl just as soon as she sees him, runs straight up to him and just hugs him, just like she doesn't have a lot of force, but just full force, wham, straight into him, just clinging onto him, just like, welcome back.
It's good to be back, Miss Abalone.
So you guys are you've rode past the sign that says Damp Lily 20 miles. It seems to be it's sort of the only civilization you've seen for a while. As you carry on your journey on this road, your surroundings they start to change from sort of grassy hills and plains to more just like lots of ponds everywhere. It's not marshland. They are like separated. It's more like small lakes.
Almost like rice paddies, that kind of vibe.
Yeah. Just sort of like they're not boggy or swampy or anything. It's just there's clear big ponds that are sort of interlaced with roads and grass and stuff like that. And sort of lots of nice flowers growing around the edges of the ponds. Lots of nature and bugs and stuff. Fish. It seems like a very nice place.
I'm enjoying the ride actually. A little time away from the chaos. A little bit of time just traveling with my peeps. Loboto's back. I've got the alchemy jug's currently full of rum. I'm just having a little sip, sat on the front while Zakonis is taking us through this kind of Vietnam-esque countryside.
Is it Zakonis or is it me? Maybe
I think you're both just both riding up front.
I just figured I'd ride up front.
Sharing the
just taking the scenery
and
spend some time with Zakonis and
Take
have a
one,
puff
I
of my
think
pipe and a little, just a nice crisp rum. Just watching the world go by. It's actually would have been one of my favourite parts of the journey so far.
Yeah, you're in a very very nice lush area. It's looking very fantasy-esque.
I mean, I feel like mentally, I feel healthier than I have in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zakonis is getting that same kind of reset, like taking in those fresh breaths of nature, no chaos, no. It's very similar to his downtime days in his old forest area. So he's the same vibe. Like it's just like a mental reset.
Frost has his eyes down the road. No, sorry.
No, good.
Frost just has his eyes down the road. Can't really appreciate the beauty. He's like whispers under his breath, "I'm coming for you, Dad. Just wait." It's just
Pearl's just like taking little bits of water from the ponds and just like making it into the shape of all of the flowers that she sees. Just like changing it into different shapes.
It feels like that's Pearl's equivalent of when you're on a road trip and you put your hand out the window and you make
basically, yeah. But she's just like she's mimicking all of the like new plants and any creatures and stuff that she sees and just making them the water shaped like that and then moving on to the next shape and the next shape.
I also with my mysterious beast pipe, I'm puffing out like other snakes and foxes for the pets to play with.
Nice.
Just like kind of bouncing those off the wagon floor. Like the pets know that they're just smoke, but it's like a little. It's like
they're just like like batting them. Nice, a nice, chill, happy scene that's going on.
It's a lovely bucolic scene. We don't have these very often.
It's
take a moment.
Yeah, take this in and enjoy this.
When suddenly,
the calm before the storm.
Yeah, it's like Jay. Do you remember when you rolled that 9 on a perception earlier?
We're just riding the eye of this hurricane. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Speaking of that,
That's like something I do.
speaking of that 9 that you rolled, you during your journey, at one point you sort of put your hand in the pocket of your lab coat, and you found the piece of crystal that you gave to Loboto. He had snuck it back in your coat instead of taking it to the auction house. He thought it would be safer with you.
Loboto,
Good boy.
you didn't. You never took the crystal. I thought you might need it more than I did, sir.
That might have been the reason.
But that could have been what got you killed. It is my job to lay down my life where necessary to protect you, sir. It just seemed like the right thing to do. Oh, Loboto, I don't know what I did to deserve a friend like you. Well, you made me. Well, okay, I mean, there's no need to be like that about it. I mean, thanks, though.
Just seeing Jay have this dialogue with himself as a viewer is very interesting.
Honestly, if I put the reverb back on, it's basically this is what my head sounds like. Always with this like friendly but slightly fractious nature, like relationship with my other inner voices.
It's getting towards evening for you guys. It's it's starting. It's not dark yet. It's just starting. The sun's starting to set. You soon you're gonna have lots of nice pinks and oranges in the sky. You can see the town of Damp Lily starting to come up on the horizon. You're getting very close now. It looks like a nice little town. You can't really see much right now. What are your thoughts coming into this place?
Shit, here we go again.
It looks nice. It looks nice. I do have a quick question.
Yeah.
I know that obviously a couple of our party were subjected to some black magic injuries last time.
Yeah.
You already said that.
ventured.
Yeah, you guys have had like a week. It's been a long rest time, so everything is healed up.
Okie dokie. Just wanted to double check.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, the good mood persists. Bit of civilization. Looking forward to finding a tavern. Been on rations for a while. All those apples that me and Frost stole. They helped. But I'm looking forward to a pie. And yeah, be nice to be back in civilization or like
Maybe
quaint, countryside. My kind of pace.
Yeah.
Small town.
Yeah.
Rather than the big. I'm not a big city boy.
Maybe since they have not much entertainment there, if it's like since it's so far removed from everything, it's not too big. They might have like a small fight ring, which will probably not earn me as much, but might still be like for me, it's entertainment. Even if there's no prizes, it's just fun to do. I don't mind not getting any money for it. Just this character, just Frost practices.
We'll cheer you on if you can find a place for a stand-up fight, a little bit of action. We'll be in your corner.
I'd be surprised if there was more than one tavern in the city, to be honest. But
Okay, yeah, you guys are sort of making your way into the town. It's as you get closer, you realize that a lot of the town seems to be built into the hills around it, making use of the hills and the ponds as well. There's a lot of it's really hard to describe what I've got in my head.
Tumbled into the Shire, but with ponds.
Yeah, it's basically imagine hobbit houses with
it's the Venice of the Shire.
Yeah, there's lots of ponds and like sort of like wooden walkways connecting different islands and stuff like that. There's lots of flowers and stuff growing out of the water and up sort of archways that are built onto these wooden walkways. It's a very, very nice looking place. There are also human-sized buildings on these islands and on the other things, but as you can see from coming into this town, it seems like a lot of halflings, a lot of dwarfs, a lot of pixies, and smaller beings do live in this place, as well as mixed in with a lot of sort of half elves and elves and.
It should be good with both dwarves and pixies then.
Yeah, this seems like a very peaceful. These guys are, they just sort of live their lives. They have this nice little corner of the earth that they live in, and yeah, it's a nice little village town place.
I'm getting very kind of like I say, Vietnam kind of like Thai houses on stilts kind of vibes from this description. It's nice.
They climb those ladders. Short arms.
But yeah, I mean, there's not loads and loads. It's not a bustling city like Genlyle was. It is a town. There's probably a population of about 500 to 1,000 people.
It's not too small, is it?
It's not like it's spread over a wide area basically because there's not a lot of place to build in this area. It's spread out like a lot. So yeah, there are definitely people walking around, sort of going about their evening business. You can hear some merriment coming from a couple of the buildings a bit further down into the town.
Merriment, you say?
Yeah, merriment.
So two things draw me in very quickly. The sound of merriment being one of them, and the smell of food. I've been doing a bit of fishing on the travel down here when we've been stopping off. I'm quite enjoying fishing. I've been quite enjoying the quiet time. I like engraving and whittling rods.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Just know Arcanom's going to stick a marker on that as well. Yeah, and so I've been developing quite the taste for I'm an inlander, so I've been developing quite the taste for seafood and fish dishes, and it feels like this definitely has a fishing community vibe to it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I'm following my nose like an old school Hanna-Barbera cartoon. I'm drifting towards the yes, I'm drifting towards the fish smells and merriment. Zoe, this is what I'm doing. All right, just laugh. All right, just get it out of your system.
Let it out.
Sorry, as soon as you said I've got a liking for the taste of fish, my brain was like, oh no.
I can't take you anywhere. I'm trying to set a scene. It's not
I'm sorry. I tried to hold it in, but then Zero was laughing too, and that made it worse.
God damn it.
It just feels like mine and Facey's RPG streams are in like a kink off.
And I blame you for this.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's all your fault. You started this.
you guys are sort of driving the wagon through this town. You get to a point where you reach sort of a larger island that seems like the sort of the welcoming in area of this town. There's a small well in the middle of sort of a triangular open space. There is just a few shops around there. Opposite you, there's a tavern
Let's go.
called the Damp Lily Jewel, where there seems to be people. This is sort of like an inn as well. There's a stables to the side of this tavern, and it seems to be a large building that goes further back than you can see.
It's not just a restaurant. It's like
a hotel more.
Yeah, yeah. It's not like super tall. It more just goes further back into the town.
I was like barracks of some sort with a cafeteria, except people pay for it.
Damp lily's one word, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
The Damp Lily Jewel.
We go in.
Yeah, this looks like I've enjoyed camping the last week or so, but my dogs are barking. I need something with a thread count.
Face. You said there was like a like area which is mainly for like welcoming. So like a I don't even know how to say it in English. Like a tourist point where people just go in and ask for information about the city. Like the actual, you should go here first.
Well, I
Or is it
mean,
just this
I assume most people would start at the tavern.
area? All right, well then. Yeah. Not that I'm trying
There's
to
not
be
there's not like an info kiosk or something like that.
I think there aren't enough tourist
There's-
information in D&D. I think we need to bring this in as well.
Yes.
There's
So we can think of,
basically
like a load of leaflets about all these local attractions.
yeah, there's basically a well in the middle of this sort of clearing in the town. There's a clear like trodden path that goes off in a circle around the well and then off into the areas that aren't covered by buildings. But yeah, they all seem to just be sort of shops. There's a weaponsmith, a jeweler's, you know, a lot, many florists here.
Let's start with a tavern. Then.
I'm up for that. So I've knowing we're heading into town, I've already just dressed up a little bit more than I'm back into kind of like town mode. And I think, oh, you know what? It's been too long since I've been able to do this. I blow with my smoke pipe like a little kind of, I don't know what the collective noun for a little group of foxes is, but
A club?
Little swarm of club
swarm.
of foxes.
I think that sounds good. Club of foxes.
Okay, and I blow a little
Group of foxes is called a skulk.
A skulk of foxes.
I puff out a skulk of foxes.
A skulk of a lead.
And give the cape a good old billow.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Where you parking up your wagon?
Oh yeah.
On the roof. On the roof. I mean, you said they're like built into the wall, right? So you can like ride up, right?
No, there's a stables connected to the building.
Not Santa Clausing the poor villagers.
A convenient, yeah. I appear with my foxes down the chimney.
Yeah.
Having landed on the roof.
Wherever the cheap critter. We ran out of foxes, so we have some substitutes. So we have Lucky Sheep Critter, Aloysius. We'll just give him some fox ears, like we'll just take them on.
The closest hitching post to the tavern.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to find somewhere to park it, and you can leave whatever stuff you like in the wagon. This seems like a very nice, peaceful town. But if you are still suspicious of the residents, then you can take whatever you want with you.
I don't ever leave any supplies. They're not that heavy.
Yeah, I have anything kind of just cheap and cheerful. Remaining rations, provisions, that sort of stuff. Low value stuff. I guess we leave in the wagon, but I think the rest of our valuables are either on us or in our bag of holding.
Yeah.
Before we go in, guys, may I ask one thing? If it turns out that the barman is dwarvish, as we've seen some walk around here, a dwarf. I don't know why I said dwarvish. If it turns out that the barman or barmaid is a dwarf, may I start the conversation, as I would like to speak more dwarven?
Sure. I might go tall, dark, and mysterious tonight, anyway.
I'll speak dwarf, so yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Well, it's a chance. It's the pixies too, and although I am connected to the Feywilds now, Like, I'm sure they could sense it, but I can't speak. What language do the Fae speak anyway, Face?
What language do the Fae speak?
Yeah. Like, favorite creatures.
Don't know.
Pixies. Basically pixies.
Probably ethereal.
Yeah,
I
ethereal.
I can only understand. I can't speak it, but they might sense my aura.
Or celestial. I don't know. I don't fucking.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can understand. I can't speak it. Let's just keep it at that because of my helmet of comprehension.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Sylvan.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the fucking one.
Makes sense. Yeah, I couldn't remember it.
But if it's a dwarf, can I have to start the conversation? In dwarf.
You guys walk up to the entrance of this tavern, this inn, the Damp Lily Jewel, and above the door there's a nice painted carving of a lily pad with a blue crystal flower growing out the top of it.
Ooh.
The flower is a carving or is it actually growing?
The flower is a carving, yes. This is just a depiction. But yeah,
we still the relic. No, okay. What are we dealing with as a barman or maid?
Well, can I make my entrance?
Oh yeah,
my billowy, foxy entrance.
Yeah, Jay blasts the doors open.
This is my task, Jay. God damn it.
You can talk. You still get to talk to the barman or the barmaid.
I was trying to be respectful once, and you just blast the door.
It wasn't so much a blast. It was a flourish.
Yeah, it was
I
a.
opened the door with a flourish.
Yeah.
You know. It's a polite but striking entrance.
Just slides in.
does his billow.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
blows a skulk of foxes into the tavern. Everyone looks around and gives you a polite clap. Ooh, you hear some oohs and ahs. You hear some oohs and ahs from the crowd.
I do a little kind of little bow, little.
You grab your
little bow.
Yeah, and everyone just sort of goes back to eating and drinking. The smell of food is thick in this place. The smell of good wine, mead, some very nice pixie drinks. Yeah, everyone's having a jolly old time, laughing and chowing down, having some times with their friends. There's a few bar staff. You do notice that one of them is a dwarf. In fact, 3 of them are dwarves. And
are there any other races at all?
1 half elf.
Yeah. Okay. I don't speak Elvish.
My friend, it looks like the first round's on you.
I mean, I said after the fight club that I'd pay. So I've got to uphold that promise, right?
Don't worry,
I
I
know
won't
what-
head straight to the top shelf again. Well,
No, because I'm ordering.
In fact, can I not?
Because
promise
I'm
it right now, 'cause I don't know what
ordering.
they've got on their top shelf.
I'm ordering.
Sure.
And let's repeat it slowly.
Anything more extravagant, I'll save it for my round.
Yes.
Sound good?
Okay, I'll go up to the oldest looking dwarf because I know how like the hierarchy works in dwarves. Like the older you are, the wiser, right?
Right.
So and begin in dwarfish, and I just ask what the significance is of the crystal flower. Say I'm a traveler and it piqued my interest. That's the story.
Oh, there, laddie. You want to hear the story of the Damp Lily Jewel, do you?
Yeah, it just the carving and like the painting itself is already amazing, but I assume that the centerpiece has some story behind it. I'd love to hear it.
Well, they say...
I'd love to hear it as well, but is it a long story? Because we were also going to get some drinks.
Oh no, it's not that long.
You can't even understand him, right? Do you speak Dwarvish?
Yeah, he is speaking
Oh, sorry,
Dwarvish.
yes, I
Yeah.
forgot this is something Dwarvish. Yeah, okay.
I'll,
In that case,
I'll
I'm just
definitely
sitting there
ask.
going, this
I'll
is a lot
definitely
of water.
ask. I'll definitely ask for a drink. Yeah. I'd say, can I get my friends are here as well? Don't know if they're as interested. Pearl usually gets water. Zukonis, I don't know what to get. Beer is probably not the best idea, so I'll just get
You should
beer and water.
probably have asked them before you.
No, I feel
This is why we don't
confident.
send him to the bar.
I feel confident that 2 beer and 2 water will work out fine.
Okay. The barman starts pouring your drinks as he's telling you the story of the Damp Lily Jewel. And he says, "Oh well, it's said that when this town was founded, an elf found a lily pad in the middle of one of the lakes with a blue crystal flower growing out of it. And when he touched the jewel, life began to spring forth, and he had a beautiful vision of a peaceful town. And so Damp Lily was born."
I mean, it does look quite lively, doesn't it? And the environment is quite stunning, I'd say. Yeah.
Aye, that it is.
I'm not from around these parts, so obviously I don't know what it looked like before. It's been a long time since I passed through these lands. For me, anyway. Like, we don't live that long compared to you. But,
Well,
I don't quite remember how it looked last time I was here.
I mean, this town's been around for quite a while now, laddie. You'd remember it for sure.
I think, yeah, but I don't remember the lands before then. No. Might be some truth to it. I was probably really young when I came, if I even came through these lands. I hail from Alteria originally. I don't know if you know it, like the mountain pass fortress.
Oh, yeah, I know it.
But it's been a while. Done a lot of traveling. But yeah, it sounds nice. You said like a shrine somewhere built to this, or was it just the carving?
In the centre of the town, but people aren't usually allowed near.
I mean, that's fair. I'll wave over the rest to give everyone the drinks. I say, Jay, I got a beer for you. I think that's all right. I suppose.
Will do.
And Zakonis, I wasn't quite sure, but I thought you wanted water, usually.
Never turn down water.
And the same goes for you, Pearl. Water, right? Zoe? You take
Sorry,
the
my
water?
mic was muted. Yes, thank you.
How much gold is that, good sir?
Let me just check my price
So water to
list. It's not going to be much.
5 silver, I think.
uh,
It was 2 silver per beer last time, I think. And for water, I don't remember.
yeah, it's basically going to be like a silver or 2 altogether. Yeah, like
Alright.
two silver.
Thank you very much. And, like, do you get a lot of travelers here, or else the barman still? I'll tell the party everything as well, just later. Which I'll try to be respectful.
Oh, we get the odd merchant and stuff like that, but
I saw the weapons side. It looked quite fancy, especially for a town that is quite peaceful as it seems from the outside.
well, our smith does take pride in his work, but it's mostly for, domestic
Natural-
use. It's not. He
Animals,
makes weapons, but it's more for hunting and chopping down trees, mining
I
up,
see.
mining
So
up stuff.
probably more spears than swords, then, right?
Well, you'd have to take a look. I don't really have any need of weapons myself.
That's That's So, could I also get a pie if you have one? Like
A pie, of course, sir. What kind of pie would you like?
I touch Jay and I'm like, what kind of pie you want?
I mean, well, they are. I mean, A fish pie. Be quite nice.
You sure? You sound a bit hesitant.
Well, no, it seems like a seafood kind of town.
I turn back. A fish pie. A friend here thinks they'll be quite nice.
Aye, we can make a fish pie. Any other food?
For me, not necessarily. Pearl, Zakonis, you want anything for food?
No, instead of water, I might check to see what kind of teas they might have. So, do they have any sweets?
Do you have any like sweet stuff? Maybe more of a cake, like something.
Had some sweets.
We've got a nice chocolate cake on the dessert menu.
I think that will be great for him. Yeah. Well, how about chocolate, Zakonis? Does that work for you? A chocolate cake.
What is chocolate?
Oh, you're gonna love it then. Yeah, you do. I'm saying we'll do that.
Okay, one chocolate cake coming up.
Pearl, want any food still?
What other kinds of pies do you have?
Oh, we got chicken pie, fish pie, steak pie, vegetable pie, berry pies.
Ooh.
Oh, berry pie might have been nice for.
I'd like a steak pie, please.
Right you are. Yeah, he goes off and sort of goes back into the kitchen, starts bustling around, shouting orders to the chef.
So it's quite nice here, don't you think, guys? It's a lot more peaceful than the villages we've been to so far.
Cheap beer, great pie selection, nice views. I'm made up.
And lots of water.
I nudged Jay and I whispered, by the way, on the way I saw a lot of florists. Maybe this is your chance to buy something nice. For
Look, I don't know where you're getting this idea from, okay, but just drop it, all right? Thanks.
Frost will be like, all right, sure.
Wink, wink,
right.
nudge, nudge.
You're gonna blow it, man. Whatever it is you might be talking about. I'll go back to my beer.
I'd like to, if we still have time in a session later, take time to definitely go to the weapon shop still, if possible.
Well, you guys are having a nice evening.
Yeah, I'm just saying later if we have time. I'm just saying it to the party, basically. If we have time later, can we maybe check out the weapon shop still?
Sure.
I don't see why not.
I'll try to get some rooms for the night as well, so maybe get a little discount.
I mean, if I can play a little something, that will help. Hopefully.
When he gets back from the kitchen with your food, I'll ask him.
I'm going to.
And I start looking around if there's like a no haggling sign anywhere. And like last time was enough trauma.
I mean, the nice thing about this town is it does seem pretty reasonable. I'm not going to park my overactive haggling gland for a little bit. I think it's just nice to be back in civilization. You know, yourself, have a few luxuries. But I would like to maybe just see. I'd like to just have a look around, have a look at the locals, seeing what they're up to. Are there any kind of like, I don't know, little local games of chance? I'd like to sort of like get, the local skinny a bit. Is there a table I could maybe ingratiate myself with somehow to just get a bit of the lay of the land,
Like friendly arm wrestling.
Yeah. So give me a perception check. Anyone that's sort of looking around for stuff.
Sure. Ooh, a 19.
Jay, please look around for stuff for me to do as well as a friend.
Sure, buddy. I start looking up at the ceiling. Frost looks around and sort of sees there's
there's a very diverse set of people in this town, in this tavern.
Jay, you're on a roll with high rolls today, definitely. Because me and Sakonis seem to be lacking, definitely.
There's a lot of like sort of different races just hanging out with each other. You know, halflings, dwarves, half elves, even a couple of drow. They're not super common in the overworld, but
Which race was the drow again?
they are technically dark elves.
Right.
They come from the Underdark, whatever it's called. Is that what it's called?
So they speak Undercommon. They speak Undercommon, right?
Yeah.
I speak that too. Nice.
Yeah, there's a couple of those around. Everyone just seems to be having a good time and getting on with each other. Zero sort of sees the same as Frost. Everyone's just, you know, it's a sort of very chill time. Everyone's hanging out. Javiel manages to find some more discerning people. There seems to be a table full of sort of scholarly looking elves all having a chat with each other. There also seems to be another table with a halfling that seems to have gathered some sort of attention from a group of people. They seem to be playing the game where you try to find the ball in the cup.
Well, yeah, I'm going to gravitate towards the scholarly-looking elves. What are they doing? What are they actually? Are they just sort of sat around enjoying their drinks, or what makes them look scholarly? I'm just trying to get
Well, they're dressed very sort of elven and fancy. There's a couple of older ones with sort of the very half moon glasses kind of elves. Sort of look, they seem to be enjoying maybe some of the finer alcohol in the establishment, and they do have a load of sort of notes around and what seems to be sort of magic books and sort of studying books and stuff like that.
Okay. And the again, these are halflings playing kind of effectively 3-card Monty. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to wander over to the elves and just introduce myself. Good evening. My name's Javiel. I hope you don't mind me interrupting. Just couldn't help but notice you were so wrapped up in your studies, and I always enjoy the company of well-read people like yourselves. I was just wondering if you would mind if I sat in at all.
Good evening, good sir. Javiel, you say?
That's right, yes.
Well, my name is Sunless. Quite an unfortunate name, but I like it. Are you a scholar yourself, my good sir?
Well, I mean, the true nature of wisdom is knowing what one doesn't know, isn't it? But yes, I certainly am always looking to better myself and increase my knowledge. I think we have an obligation to.
Yes, quite. Well,
well, this all looks terribly interesting. What is it you're reading up on? Maybe I could help. If it's not too presumptuous for me to say.
Yes, well, are you familiar with nature magic at all?
A little. It's I tend to dabble in the more physical sciences, but certainly I used to enjoy long nature walks with my mother. It did give me a love of nature in general.
I see. Well, you must have seen the town, yes? The way it's...
Well, a little bit. We only just arrived. We've travelled from quite some way. It's been a while since we've seen much civilization.
Yes.
Yes, it looks like a lovely place.
Well, I do recommend having a look around if you can. It's a rather beautiful town. We here are just studying ways to preserve the nature and beauty around these areas.
Oh, noble pursuit indeed. Well, I most wholeheartedly approve. Is there much of a threat then to the local environment? It all seems very well kept and tended to.
Well, one can never be too safe, surely. We just wish to preserve this for future generations. We wish no harm to come to our shores in any time, whether it be now or thousands of years in the future. We wish for this place to be a monument to the beauty of nature.
Oh, of course. My traveling companion said that the local people believe that the beautiful nature of the town is thanks to a blue crystal flower. Anything to that story, do you think?
Ah, yes, the damp lily jewel, as it's known. Yes, before this place was bursting with nature as it is, it was somewhat lacking in its scenic abilities. But an ancient elf, long gone from here, had a vision of this town and created it from the crystal. The nature magic has brought much life and beauty to this place.
So do you hope to discover the same form of magic that this ancient elf used to create this place?
Ah, well, one can only hope, but that would be a marvel, wouldn't it?
It certainly would. And I mean, I couldn't help but notice you are elves. No records of this elf. No history of his work that we might be able to stumble upon.
Well, after what happened, the ancient Fae don't like to record their magical doings and goings on. They are very mysterious people. We don't know much about them anymore. So unfortunately, lost to time, my lad.
Of course. Actually, I have something of a small mystery myself. Maybe it's something you could cast your experienced eye over if you for your game.
Quite, yes. Well.
I pulled from my pocket the 2 green mythical potions that I picked up on my travels.
Mysterious ones.
I pull one of them and I say, so Sunless, I came across this on my travels. I've been studying it on the way here, and I don't seem to be able to get any further with deciphering exactly what it is. I can show you my notes that I've taken so far, if that would help. But if you had any ideas as to what this could be, if you could help me identify it, I'd be certainly very grateful.
Well, I guess I could give it a go. I'm feeling generous today.
Marvellous. And I pass him a fistful of the notes that are kind of largely in my mythical green potion pile of notes. And these are my findings so far, and pass him one of the vials.
He starts poring over the notes that you give him. He goes, yes, quite. Very interesting. Oh, you've done your research, I see. And he eventually reads most of the notes that you've given him, and he says, let me try something for you here. And he picks up the vial of the green potion. And he chants some words that you can't quite understand. And the potion stops looking green and starts to turn into a little lightning storm in a bottle. And then he lets the spell go and it turns into a green liquid again.
That's remarkable. I've never seen it do that before. That's quite incredible. You must tell me how you did that.
Well, tricks of the trade, my lad. Maybe you'll have to come back and I can tutor you sometime.
Well, that certainly sounds like a very tempting prospect. Are you planning on being here for some time?
Oh yes, this place is my home. I don't think I'll be leaving anytime soon.
Well, thank you very much. That was incredibly enlightening. Haha.
Ah, yes, quite.
And we all have a nice collegiate laugh together.
Yeah.
I'll bring Jay his pie, which should be done by now, right?
Yeah, Jay's
just
got his
really
pie.
Yeah, and I'm so happy. I've got people are identifying lightning potions that I apparently have. There's some group study going on. I've got notes out, and other people are reading them. Somebody's brought me. Frost has managed to stay out of a fight and bring me a pie.
Can I look again if there's like arm wrestling or something I can do with my strength?
This, as you look around, this place doesn't look like the sort of rough and ready place that would have fighting or arm wrestling in it. Not to say that those places don't exist in this town, just not here.
I'll definitely arrange some rooms in the meantime, but I'll leave that up. I'm gonna negotiate it a little bit. I'll say that.
I'm gonna play some music once I'm finished with my pie.
Okay.
So I'm young in my pie. I think actually I know you were looking for that kind of action, Frost, and presumably as maybe Pearl starts up playing, I lead across to my new friend Sunless and like,
I'll sit down with
companions. You must listen to her. She really is very, very good.
Well, let's see what she's got.
Oh crap!
And I also say, just
pressure's on.
Starts to build. I would like to just say, Sunless, just one more question. One of my companions is really rather handy in a pinch, and he was looking for, should we say, a little bit more, some spicier entertainments.
I'll sit down with you. I'll just at this moment conveniently walk up.
Yeah.
Bring you your pie. Sit down with you.
Hand me a room key. Yeah. Between you and me, he goes a little stir crazy if he doesn't get to burn off a little energy every now and again. Anywhere around town that might be able to sort out those sorts of urges?
Oh, one of those is he? Well, yes.
And then I quickly clarify, like I do like a fighting action, because I realise I may have.
I'm looking over you. I've been looking over your shoulder, like
yes, I see. Well, I have heard that the town barracks, they do sometimes hold sort of an open tournament, just for training purposes. Maybe he could join one of those.
It sounds nice,
Fantastic.
definitely.
Thank you.
What were you talking about before, Jay? Out of interest. I heard. I happened to overhear something about nature magic, and it just so happens that I'm not as advanced as our friend over there. And I pointed at Zakonis, who's in his leaf clothing.
Oh, he is like face deep in that cake.
Yeah,
he is like.
I see you're enjoying your chocolate, but I happen to know a thing or two about nature magic. I've spent a lot of time both in the wild and the city, on the edge of civilization.
Oh, very good, very good.
Our friend here is quite the outdoorsman.
Yep.
Lovely to hear.
I can understand a fair bit of nature magic. I'm afraid I don't know much. I know a couple spells, so mostly using the forces of nature, not so much restoring it. But
well, Frost, our elven friends here are studying environmental protections of the area. It's fascinating work they're involved in.
I'd say the closest I could do is create a bunch of vines, or maybe talk to an animal.
Oh, very nice. You must show me your skills sometime, good sir.
No, I sure can do. Yeah, it will be as a token of my appreciation for you helping me out, pointing out to the barracks. I'll definitely. We're planning on staying here for a bit. I haven't paid the rooms yet, but I did get the keys, so here's yours. Or are we just sharing a room face? Up to you, I guess.
They do have a large room that could fit 4 people and a robot.
We'll have that, and then a small room for Jay snoring, and we can also get some action in if he wants to. I got you a room for yourself if you want to get into your usual shenanigans, which also happen to be a bit more spicy. And I wink at the elves. And and then a big room where we can leave all your stuff. And I'd just like to sleep, not be awakened by your snoring. I whisper.
Oh, the snoring. Yes, of course. Okay, thanks.
So, yeah. I go back to Zakonis, just lean over, like, hold him on the shoulder, like, are you enjoying it?
I'm seeing Zakonis and thinking, maybe I need to give up my private room and leave it to Zakonis and the cake. I'm glad to see him enjoying himself, but I'm genuinely a bit uncomfortable.
He's slightly too into his cake, just sort of like licking chocolate off of everywhere, and
like the kid from Matilda who eats that giant chocolate cake.
Yes,
just covered in chocolate. Yeah. Pearl's just like every time she like circles the room and goes past him, she's like, yeah, just cheering him on, and then goes back to her music.
Yeah, Pearl does manage to actually give me a performance check just to see how well your
that's not bad.
Your thing goes.
17, I'm gonna guess.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural
20.
And you just come up with, that's not bad.
Nice.
Oh, well, I rolled a 14. I have a +6. The 14 was not bad.
Yeah, you guys, you do a decent performance. Everyone's sort of clapping and cheering and giving you polite round of applause. Yeah. Your Javiel's new friend Sunless seems quite impressed with you.
Just like does a very flourished bow, and then just settles back down at the like next to Zakonis, and is just like, "How's the cake? Is it good?"
Oh, I've never had anything like it. Thought the cake from the other city was. This is just so fantastic. Why doesn't everybody have this?
It's the wonders of chocolate for the first time. It's amazing.
So, if we ever need to cheer you up, get you cake. Good, got it. Chocolate for Zakonis, pies for Javiel. Things to kill for Frost.
Yeah.
Learning.
Not to kill, just to brawl with, have a bit of sparring. That's how I've been raised. Speaking of, I'd like to probably barracks first and the weaponsmith another time. If we still have time for, I don't mind going a little extra long.
Well, it is sort of getting into the night now. You guys have just spent a while at this tavern, eating, drinking, making some new friends, playing a nice show for your audience.
Have I found Bib yet?
You have not found Bib yet.
Unexpected.
If there are any other performers or bards in the room, is there any other music going on other than what Pearl is playing?
There seems to be a couple of people. Yeah, they're playing some nice music. There's a little drum and a little harp going on.
After a few more beers, I do pluck up the courage to ask Pearl to come for a bit of dance, cutting loose a little bit, my billowy cape.
Nice.
Sure.
I'll break out the dance moves too, and I say, "All right, well, you guys are good at it, so let's see how this ends."
I'm just gonna start, like dancing a jig, like grab Javiel's hand really enthusiastically and just start dancing a jig.
The motto's just standing nearby doing a little robot.
Do I roll for my performance base rolling? Or...
Yeah, you guys can roll performance checks for your dancing if you want.
I don't happen to get advantage, do I?
Nope.
I'll be really angry if I fail this thing, because the guys have been telling me, it was pretty good, and it's probably
21.
21 for Pearl.
needless to say, it goes without saying that before I went up and asked her to dance,
Oh,
I
fuck
cast
off.
guidance on myself.
I rolled a -1 or a 6, so even with that advantage, I don't think that was.
I'd say 13. It's a 17.
17 for Javiel. Javiel and Pearl are having a good dance with each other. Frost is trying to bust out the moves, but he's too focused on trying to find somewhere to fight and someone to buy weapons. So the dancing just comes out more like a bit clumsy fighting.
I moved my feet and I just fall.
Clumsy shadow boxing.
Yeah.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
I am like, I'm so done. I've noticed how people are looking at me with like, what the fuck's he doing? I just stop and I'm like, I'm so done with these lies. Goes through the room, all the weaponsmith if it's still open.
It is nighttime, so none of the shops are open or anything like that.
Go to my room, slightly embarrassed, slightly angry.
Yeah, Frost,
More angry.
Frost is settling down for the night in his room.
As you go up the stairs, I'm a bit. I kind of turn to the others a bit like.
Like there's no stairs, right? There's no stairs, right? It's just a door.
No, yeah, there's a door that leads into some stairs.
As I pass a door, like I close the door and just open it, and like from the my door, like I point my middle finger into the room, and then close. Just not my face, just the middle finger comes back around.
Just giving. Everyone just sees a hand appear out of this door, like giving the finger.
Again, same face, just.
I'm sure Jay and Pearl know it was meant for them.
But yeah,
the speed at which you can flip from being a wingman to just
being angry with the both of you.
Hilarious. It's like 999 miles an hour. It's like you can get some flowers. Oh, and by the way, fuck you. You had a nice dance. You and your,
it's not so much that I fucked up the dancing. It's that you guys said, you're actually getting quite good at it because you've been doing it in the middle of the night. and that just because I was just
doesn't notice that you flipped her off. She's dancing with Javiel. She's not paying attention to like most of the room around her. She's just having a good time.
I clocked it, but you're in bed and I'm dancing with her.
At one point in the night, everyone that hasn't gone up to their room gets a very familiar whiff of whiskey. It's it's the very expensive whiskey from Genlyle, the Dragon's Breath whiskey, and you don't really understand how, but you seem to have come into possession of a few shots of this whiskey.
They've been spiked or some shit.
Huh.
No, the glasses are just in front of them, full of this.
I'm going to sort of look at the glasses and kind of look around as like looking for anybody who's kind of given the old. One of
Well,
these,
you've had a rowdy night. You've sort of been making friends and stuff like that. Drinks have been passed around. But yeah, you now find yourself in possession of a few shots of this whiskey.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be like, because like you say, a little bit of a rowdy night. I'm just like, I get all three glasses. I'm like, hey!
Don't you have this in the jug of alchemy as well?
No, I stopped doing that kind of breaking rules all the time. I forgot that I didn't realise that was a thing, so we went on that now. But yeah, so I got the two that aren't mine down on the table. I'm like, hey, don't even think about it. And I just get that down the hatch.
Nice.
My guard's down.
Javiel sups his whiskey.
Doesn't get it in the jug for the rest of us.
Pearl and Zakonis.
Do the same.
Yeah. Does Zakonis want a drink?
Kind of looks at it a little hesitantly. looks at Pearl and Jay having a good time.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And
I'll go nice for the chocolate.
from the rest of the night on, your memory seems to come in patches. You you have memories of line dancing with strangers, singing at the top of your lungs, dancing on tables, annoying the musicians by plucking their instruments and drumming their drums. Everyone just sort of like, the whole tavern is just laughing and sort of having a good time and being a bit silly.
Can I say at some point return for this?
You can return. You thought, you know what, the night's not over.
I'm done my anger. I may or may not have punched a desk a bit too hard.
Frost.
Everyone's hard about the bard for the 14th time.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be in it. You can't be enjoying them.
Frost silently slips back into the room and like blends in with the crowd and starts having a good time with everyone else. Gets a couple of shots down him. And you guys eventually make your way back to your room and all fall asleep, having had a pretty decent night. You've had a long travel here. You were probably feeling a bit travel weary, but now you've had a nice, friendly.
Wherever we plonk down in the room, Pearl just like flops right next to wherever Javiel is, just like one arm drunkenly across his. Just like
all the mattresses have been thrown on the floor to make one big pile of mattress.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and everyone's just sort of like rolling around laughing.
That Dragon's Breath stuff is great.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time.
Did I get some Dragon's Breath eventually as well? Or
Yeah. You got some.
So it's my first time. Then I just go like, what?
Yeah. And that's where we're gonna leave you guys for this session.
Nice.
A
Yeah.
happy place to leave.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I thought, after the mental scarring of last episode,
Yeah.
you could do with a nice, cheery, happy place to go to.
Little recharge, let her hair down.
Yeah. How are you feeling about your adventures so far, guys?
Good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Very good. Very nice.
Yeah, there's been some rocky roads. There's been some.
Oh, it was chocolate cake. Sorry.
You had to, didn't you?
I can't help myself.
It's a solid guy, Pat.
You gotta give it to her. Yeah, you're making your way west to Cavernavis. You found a nice little town to stop by in. Who knows what you'll do in this town, but it seems like you could spend some time here. Yeah.
So nice. I wonder when it's going to go south.
You've got a clear sort of plan though of what you want to do next, right? You want to go Cavernavis and then head up north.
I still want to go to the barracks here and the weaponsmith. Other than that,
Yeah.
And maybe in the meantime, in the background, show what I know to those scholars.
But
Jay,
as you guys lay your heads to rest tonight, feeling very sort of dizzy but comfortable, nice and warm and fuzzy, back in Genlyle, the Gimbits have returned to their home. And they are pissed. They are fucking so angry that their house got broken into and some of their shit got stolen.
And their kitchen or the table in the living room, all the stuff's on the floor.
The whole of Genlyle and the Glywelyn Basin now know who you are. They know your faces. they if you go there again, they'll most likely set the guards on you as soon as possible. So you got out of there, but you're starting to get a bit of fame, albeit notoriety, at this present time.
If we save the world, I'm sure it'd be fine, right?
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, if your actions are justifiable in the long run, they might change their tune. But for right now, Genlyle and the Glewellan Basin are not your friends.
They're sending hit squads after us.
People go against their own interests. They rally around the elites. It's just absolutely standard.
Yeah, you also have the Gimbits now sort of know your faces.
Oh, I thought they already did through all the cultists they've been.
Yeah, I mean they've got like the run-ins with cultists that you've had. They're getting a clear picture of who you guys are, and who knows? They might get angry enough to send some people after you.
Nice.
Dun, dun, dun.
Seems likely, doesn't it?
But yes,
we are annoying.
We'll be ready for them.
For anyone watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. We really appreciate you guys. If you want to catch the streams live every Wednesday on twitch.tv/overlordface, 8 PM UK time.
But not next week.
Yeah, not next week. We do not have an episode next week. But yeah, leave a comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. I do have a new YouTube handle, which is youtube.com/@faceyboy, which I will link to. But yeah, for now, goodbye. We'll see you in the next episode. Much love. Bye.
Ciao.